as per usual, we'll be starting with game preparations, but for those who are unfamiliar or haven't been here in a while, we're still playing old school Dungeons and Dragons. Alright, so for Tim, just rejoin the VC, you should be able to speak after you rejoin. And then everyone else, just sit tight. We're just gonna go down the list and make sure everyone has a chance to get ready. Alright, so starting with Alpha. Do you want to play as Alfred or someone else?
Alfred.
Good to go. Alright, so first we'll prepare Alfred and anyone else after. So, first of all, for Alfred, do you have any preparations?
Yes, I would like to see if I can sell the arbalist and the quiver with the corals.
How many corals did you fire last game, by the way? Was it like 3?
I shot 2. No, I shot 2 and I loaded the third.
Okay. So you want to sell your arbalist, quiver, and corals?
Yeah.
Alright, sir. Sure. You can get about 5 back for it all, or 6. You can get 6 back.
Okay, perfect. And I will buy, with that 6 copper, I will buy a longbow.
Okay. Quiver and arrows?
Yeah, and quiver and arrows.
Good to go.
And then, how much for the spell scrolls?
Let's see. It's 20 for a festival spell scroll. However, we're currently, I think we're at the Kobold Caves, so we can't buy scrolls right now.
No, we're not at the Kobold Caves. We went back to camp.
Yeah, we're at base camp near the Kobold Caves. We'll have to go back to down if we want to stock up on spells.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, makes sense. All right. Oh fuck. Okay, that's fine.
The merchants have brought basic armor, weapons, equipment, and supplies. No magic items.
Okay. Am I able to bank the rest then?
Yeah, sure. 26 coppers. I mean, if we want as a group, if you all agree, we can start from down. And therefore you guys can stock up on gear. The only issue is that you'll have to travel back to the Kobold Caves on foot, right? Or on horseback. Which might delay your travels a little bit. But the idea was that you guys were stationed at the Kobold Caves so that you guys could help guard the entrance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's fine. We'll start at the camp.
Okay. Very well. So we have not given up the position. Right, we stay at the Kobold Caves.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can we just say I just wandered?
26 copper pieces added to your bank. 41 total.
Perfect. And then I rolled up a new retainer as well.
Okay. What are the scores?
Those are... Let me see here. It's, oh, that's on mine. 12, 8, 10, 14, 5, 11.
Alright, what class?
Fighter.
Okay. Hit points.
Hit dice, I rolled 3. I think it has, I don't know if that 5 is a -1 or a -2.
-2. And starting money?
7 copper pieces.
Alright, any preferences on gear?
No.
Okay, it's gonna be a longbow man.
Okay.
Always good to have one.
Right, and for the name?
His name will be Thomas.
Okay. Alright, do you want
And then I'm gonna see if Charles and Samuel will join us.
Alright, sounds good. Charles accepts, and Samuel accepts with high morale.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright, for Charles, does he have any preparations?
Charles, I will be taking my heavy shield back from him.
Okay. You got it back, finally.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. For Samuel, we'll buy him his own heavy shield.
Alright, sounds good.
And then we'll see if we can upgrade his helmet.
Good to go.
And then we'll buy him a slung spear if we can. Oh no, here he has one. Okay.
Dagger?
We'll buy him a dagger, yeah.
Or short bow and arrows? Same price.
Oh, let's
from
go short
Peppers.
bow and arrows. Yeah, short bow and arrows.
Alright, sounds good.
And then does he heal any? 1 day's gone by.
Let's say you spent a copper piece on food.
I will
Oh,
pay it from mine.
you will pay
Nice.
for him? Okay.
Yeah.
Then he healed 1d3 hit points, 3 hit points, minus 1 penalty. That's enough. He's fully recovered after a good night's
Perfect.
rest and food. Yeah, he helped Samuel heal up.
Perfect. And that's it for me.
Good to go. Alright. Next is... Let's see. SB. You want to make the next of kin of soul tie?
Yes, please. We're
Alright.
gonna start rolling.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna make a fighter. Okay.
Strength? Or did you already roll? Let's see.
Yep, rolled everything.
Good to go.
Elf.
So 9, 13, 8. Alright, what class? You said fighter?
Fighter, yeah.
D8 for hit points, you just
Can I
scored
lower
7.
anything? Can I lower anything to increase anything?
You can increase your strength only, because that's your prime requisite. Do you want to?
Yes, please.
Take 4 from intelligence. It's not really beneficial though. You might as well keep on 9 strength so you can easily upgrade it later, right? Because it only costs 90 coppers for you to
Oh.
upgrade your strength. You might as well keep the 13
okay.
intelligence, unless you really want to upgrade your strength. You can have an 11 strength and a 9 intelligence. What do you think?
Let's just keep it then.
Yeah, because
let's keep
9
it
is the
for
same
looking.
bonus as 11, right? So you might as well keep it 9 because it's cheaper to upgrade, right?
Thank you.
Starting funds
And
scored
then,
7. Any preferences on gear?
Let's see. So he's the heir of Sultai. I think
Yeah.
Sultai had 20 or 21. I think
So you
20
get to
copper,
inherit
right?
10 from his experience, and 20 from his person, and none from the bank, right? Because 20 was brought back to base, and then inherited immediately. Alright, so, yep, 37. Also, what's your new character's name?
HEBI. HEBI.
GBI.
House of SB has the white snake for the banner.
Alright, so what gear do you want?
Spear.
Oh, by the way, this gear was inherited if you wanted to, otherwise it can be buried
Oh,
with
yay.
something.
Y'all take it, yeah, please.
So the shield is damaged because it was used in melee, right? And the helmet's also damaged, naturally. If not broken, right? It was smashed in. So, the spear is
Do
the
you
only
want to buy a
inheritable
new
item.
one?
So you want to take the spear?
Okay. Yes,
Everything else is not really worth taking.
Oh,
You can sling it.
Taking his money down to 0 or something.
Yeah, of course. Alright. 36. What do you want?
I've got the spear, I've got the helmet. Let's see. Can I get a heavy shield? Is it 10?
11. With the sling.
It's 11. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. What about heavy helmet?
Sure.
Or can I just upgrade it? Is it better to upgrade it?
Alright, what else?
Heavy gambus.
Okay. Anything else?
Can I get a heavy one? Because I'm trying to find out how much that costs.
Yeah, you got it. You have 10 coppers left. What
Oh,
else?
okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. What about door hinges? How much, and the stuff to mount it into a stone wall? How much
A
does
door
that
hinge is
cost?
not for sale. You're talking to a merchant that's here at the base camp. You're not in town.
Okay.
It's not a normal item
Okay.
to sell, right? They don't have a door hinge ready to sell.
Okay. In that case, then, how about nails? How much do they have any of those?
Yeah, they have nails. You want
You're
iron
gonna need
spikes or you
enough
want
to-
nails? They're different, right? Nails are small. Iron spikes are like pythons.
Well, so we're looking at making a mantlet. So we'll need
You would probably need pythons at SB.
whatever we would
Well,
need to
we
make
buy
a
a mantlet.
mantlet. Or can we buy a mantlet? Since we're at a battle area.
Yeah, the siege camp might have siege gear, so in that case, a mantlet could have been constructed and sold for 25 coppers, right?
I'll put 10 down towards that if anyone wants to help.
Put 15 towards it.
Who's the owner of the mantlet?
I mean, I paid the majority of it.
Honestly, will be the owner.
Alright, just remind me when we get to your sheet. He's giving you 10 coppers for it. You haven't bought it yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, anything else, SB?
No, just goodwill and gratitude. Thank you.
Good to go. Ethan, you want to play as Figbird's next of kin?
Yep. My rolled his stats and he's going to be a fighter. Let me find it. Rolled it. Right here. So he got a 9, a 13, 13, 11, 17, and 9.
Sorry, one more time. You said 9, 13.
It was 9. It was 9, 13, 13, 11, 17, and 9.
Alright, what class?
5.
Hit points.
I rolled 3. I should have a plus 2.
Well, if you've got... You said 7 constitution? Oh, 17. Okay. Yeah, sure. Plus 2. And for money?
I rolled, pretty sure 7. Yeah, 7.
What gear do you want? Oh, wait. Before that, let's go ahead and inherit your gear. So, Figbird was buried and his gear was brought back. Sorry, you were gonna say something? His gear was damaged, of course, during the combat. Right, heavy gamson, heavy helm.
Never,
of course.
never got hit. He got stabbed in the face, so I don't understand why his helmet Well,
Okay,
his
sure. The helmet's damaged, but
slit-
the body
his
armor,
throat got-
sure.
Okay. Alright, let's see if I can helmet. I inherit. I just take everything what I can that isn't a helmet.
Okay. You already have a helmet, so you don't need his damaged helmet, right? Or do you really want his damaged
yeah.
helmet?
I don't want damaged helmet.
Alright, yeah, let's not waste time and grab a fucking damaged helmet just to repair it. Right, that's a waste. You don't even need 2 helmets. Okay.
I will want to make the helmet heavy.
Alright, you've got 78, you got 73 after making it heavy. Anything else?
I have a question. What is a habits? What is it called?
Pavis?
Habits?
Yeah, it's a very large stationary shield, right? You can still carry it, but it's very heavy, naturally. And the only difference it has, main difference it has against other shields is that it's got, of course, it's got basically support or kickstand, so to speak. You're able to stand it upright, right? And use it as a stationary cover once you place it.
Sounds like a. Okay. Well, thank you. I thought it was just a better shield that you can carry around. That's what it looks like. But,
Yeah, it's a very
I'm
heavy
going to
shield.
buy- yeah, I'm gonna buy some mail.
Alright, it's 50 coppers for a male. You're at 23. Anything else?
I am going to buy myself a large weapon.
Which one?
It's a pole arm.
You want a polearm? Okay. A slung polearm, 11
Yeah.
coppers. Anything else?
And a dagger if I ever get grappled.
Alright, anything else?
That is. Does he have a backpack? Good for it.
Backpack? Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright, good to go. The name of this character?
Old school name.
Good to go. Let's see. Alright, you've got 61. And 93. Alright, your name is SILYS.
Scylla. Nice.
Or SILYS. SILYS or SILYS. Right.
Silly. Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Okay. Thank you. Good job. Let's see. Right. Next is, honestly, you gonna play as SCHWANZ or someone else?
Yes, I'm gonna play SCHWANZ.
Alright, just a moment.
And SB's character's name. He gave me 10 copper. So I can buy the manlet.
HEBI.
Okay. You received 10 coppers. You are at 30 coppers. So you have 5 coppers left to bind a mantlet.
Yeah.
A mantlet is a mobile wall, right? It's a 10-foot wall, mobile. You can push, it's got wheels. Right? Let's see.
Would it be able to fit in the cave?
If you can get it through a 10-foot hallway. If the hallway's not 10 feet, you can't push it through. Might have to take it apart. But yeah, this is if you want, you can buy a smaller one. You can buy two smaller ones. So 2 5-foot mantlets
small
instead.
ones? Yeah, that would be perfect.
Okay. Right. In that case, you'll fall under your
We'll each have
inventory.
one then, I guess, yeah. All
Naturally,
unload
you
them
only
in
can
essence.
push one mantlet at a time, so who's going to be in charge of the second mantlet? Or how do you plan to
Yes.
move these mantlets? Because you don't have a wagon.
I can have one of my retainers push it.
That's good. Yeah, let them do that.
So, Swans, if you don't want to be in charge of the mantlets because you have a horse and such, right? You're going to have to assign the mantlets to two other characters, probably 2 other
I
footmen,
rolled
right?
for a retainer. I rolled for another fighter.
Okay, because we can give one of them the job with mantlet driver, right?
So
So
with that new character, can I take the 4 out of the intelligence to put that into the strength?
we have 2 small mantlets. You rolled up a new fighter, you said?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a second.
Yes,
I
I
have to
got
record
12
its
strength.
information. I don't even see it yet. Just a moment.
Yes. Right above SP's character.
Alright, what's your strength?
12, but I want to take 4 out of intelligence.
Alright, tell me your
'cause I
scores
got a
first
14
before I
intelligence.
make any changes. Right, I haven't written anything down for anyone, so.
12, 14, 6, 13, 6, 10.
Okay. So you want to increase your strength, right? Because he's a fighter?
Yeah. Take 4 out of intelligence.
Alright, well he's got, or what'd you roll for hit points?
6.
He's got 5 then, -1. So you'll take 4 from intelligence, drops to 10, and his strength goes to 14. Is that fine?
14. Wait, would it be 16?
What do you mean? It's 2 for 1.
He's got a 12. Oh, okay. That's fine. And he got 14 coppers.
Alright, any preference on gear?
Shield and spear.
Okay, anything else?
Gambeson.
Can't afford it. He has 4 coppers left. You need 1 more. Do you want to loan him one from SCHWANZ?
I can give him 1 copper, right? So you got 4 coppers left.
Yeah. Alright, he's got a Gambeson now. What's his name?
Old school name.
Sounds good. Okay, so his name is AMBAF.
And that's okay.
AMBAF, yeah.
Cool. Now I got 2 fighters on my squad. Nice.
Alright, and you want to recruit someone else in your team? A previous retainer?
No, that previous retainer that we left, to defend that spot. I'm gonna go pick him up whenever we get there.
So, I mean, if you plan on picking him up, we gotta
Yeah,
prepare a
I
sheet,
don't-
right? So, are you bringing
Yeah.
him along?
Leave it. Yeah, once we get over there, yeah. But that's not important right now.
Well, that is important if you're gonna bring him,
Yeah.
right? So, are you bringing him or not?
Yeah.
Like, are you... Yeah, okay. So your characters are all there. You all are at base camp. You have shifts, right? But we're just getting the records ready now, so we don't have to get it ready in the middle of the game, right? So if you plan on bringing a retainer in, it's best to you get it ready now, so that you don't find them later, and then we have to do more prep and waste more time in the middle of a session to get another crew member into your team. Make sense? So if you
Yes,
plan
sir.
on bringing him, this is the time to get his record ready, right?
Find his character sheet.
Right. If you want him to stay stationary and man a post, right, then you don't need to adjust his record, right? But if you
Yeah,
plan to
it's
bring him in,
SHALBROSE.
he's being brought in right away, right? SHALBROSE.
Yeah, SHALBROSE.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I get what you were saying. You said you think he's at the post, but you're all at post. So you have shifts. It's just you're not going to be at shift.
Oh,
You're going on an expedition, right? He's no longer on shift. If you're going to bring him, he can't be on shift at the same time he's adventuring, right? So if he's adventuring,
Yeah.
he's adventuring. We have to get his record ready. If he's not adventuring, then we can't bring his post. Then if he's gonna main the post, we're not gonna bring him in, right? So let's see.
Okay.
All right. What preps do you have for him?
Nothing.
Nothing. And both of these guys are gonna man a mantlet. You want to make them drive the mantlets. They can't
Yeah.
equip anything, right? They have to push the mantlets, right? So okay.
Yeah.
So they'll be the small mantlet drivers. These are considered vehicles,
sorry about
siege
that.
equipment. So make sure that you let me know when we get to the small scale map so I can put them on the board for you.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright, thank you. Alright. Next is Tim. You don't have a character, so you're gonna roll up, looks like.
Nah, just roll me a kill and I'll see what
Alright, go ahead and
Me.
roll. Did you already roll the dice rolls?
Oh yeah, not yet.
Alright, go ahead.
I'll do it.
Mute real quick. Hold
Alright, 14, 10, 13, 9. 14, 10, 13, 9.
Okay, what class?
I'm gonna be a dwarf.
Sounds good. Roll hit points, 1d8.
+1. Yeah. Alright, I got 4 hit points.
Okay, 3d6 for money.
Wait, 36 for money. I rolled a 8.
Alright, and any preferences on gear?
Range.
Short bow or crossbow?
It's the crossbow.
Alright, we've got a slung latchet, it's light crossbow, quiver, corals. That's costing 7 coppers total. Wait, 5, no that's 8, yeah. Alright, you're out of money. Let's see. And what name do you want?
Let's do Magni. Magni.
How do you spell it?
Magni.
Alright. Good to go. Okay, Yev, who do you want to play as today? YVLON?
Yeah, playing as YVLON, and I rolled a new character. He'll be a dwarf too.
Sounds good. So, YVLON. Let's start with YVLON. So, do you need to prepare anything for YVLON?
YVLON banks his copper and nothing else.
Alright. Good to go. That was 20, so 320 or 312. Right. And you just rolled up a new character, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
Alright, what are the scores?
11 strength, 11, 12, 7, 8, and 13.
Alright, what class?
A dwarf.
Hit points.
Okay, I'll roll it now.
1d8.
5.
Alright, -1 penalty due to low constitution. 4. And then money, 3d6.
13.
Okay, any preferences on starting gear?
For starting gear, I give him like heavy helmet, heavy gambeson, and heavy slang spear. And I mean heavy shield and slang spear.
So heavy helmet, heavy gambeson. Sorry, you rolled 13 for money,
so
right? So
yeah, I'm gonna take some out of YVLON's funds.
okay, I see. Alright, so heavy helmet, heavy gambeson, heavy slung shield, and a slung spear, right?
Yeah.
Slung. Alright, so the price is total of 5, 15, 25, 26, 30 coppers total. He can pay 13 of his starting coppers. And then we need to pay 17. It's going to be tax, so 19. So 7 under, so 293 remains in the bank. Okay. What else? Is that it?
RELC, I mean, Short Hill.
Oh, what's your new one's name, by the way?
The new one's name is RYOKA, RYOKA.
Okay, and you want to bring Rock back? He accepts.
Yeah.
Who else?
Short Hill and Mersha.
Okay, just a moment.
Have I reached the limit for retainers?
Yeah, you only can lead up to 4. Any more than that, you're gonna have a difficult time with morale.
Yeah, that's 4.
So Short Tilt, RELC, RYOKA, and who else? It was
Mersha.
Mersha. Okay. Let me check if they accept it to join you. Short Tilt wants a break. He declined. Mersha also declined.
How about RELC?
He accepted. I already rolled for him earlier. So.
Yay. Alright, so I guess all my other characters bank their
RELC doesn't want anything?
Coppers.
Okay. Alright. You ordered RELC to bank his money. He'll do so since he's with you today. Alright. Did we miss anyone? I thought you were playing again. I think you joined in a little late.
Sure, I gotta kill this character somehow.
Yeah, it's a rough looking character. Alright, do you want to prepare anything for DEMEANA?
Fuck no.
No. Alright, would you like to roll a second character? Because you're able to roll a character per game. So you might as well.
I
No?
just want to kill this one and leave.
Damn.
Very well.
I mean, you could. Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
Nah.
Alright, that should be it for prep then.
I guess I misunderstood. I'm looking at the XP on the characters in your character records, and I thought we were each getting, like, if you got a full share, you got 20 XP. Is that not the case?
What do you mean?
20 XP.
Yeah, I thought you said it was like full share with 20 XP.
Oh, 20 copper.
No, that was money.
You might have been thinking about the money.
Okay.
Imagine if we each got 20 XP though.
That would
That
level
would-
up almost everyone other than I would.
Alright,
Other
so
than
I'll see you
mages
guys in
and,
5 minutes.
Saves. Right?
Take 5. You're on your break.
Oh. Right.
Elves.
So, Idle Karma's back.
Really?
Yeah, Tim.
Is that supposed to be good news?
I don't know. Is it? Or is it not?
I've been playing with Karma on Heretic server. I have him
It's just fun
basically
server.
blocked because he pings me like in the middle of the fucking night trying to get me to play games with him, and I cannot put up with it.
I just joined Heretic server, so.
Yeah. It's a good server, but you know, I think Ekin has a bunch more games, and
Oh, he doesn't run as much?
I don't think he runs as much.
Oh, shit.
We get like 2 or 3 games a week, maybe, and then Ekin like he's doing a marathon this weekend, right?
Yeah, he's pulling this shit
Yeah,
out.
I- You're rolling a new character?
What?
Idol? I'm talking
No,
to
I
Idol.
already said I'm not, because I just want to
Alright.
kill this character and get out of here.
I'm just talking to you.
You could just end it now. I mean,
I gotta make it look good.
There's always
or
that
you'll-
option. I'm not gonna. You can always commit sewer slide, but
No, I gotta make it look good.
crazy.
Or Ekin will hold it against me. There's gotta be a good story there.
Wild.
Yeah, story is very important. Story and fighting. Is...
Oh! My bad. I almost fell on my chair.
I fell twice in my chair today.
Imagine.
So.
Alright. Well, this is gonna be a big push.
Think we should have bought guns for the guys behind manlets.
No, we got bows for that.
No, because the guys behind manlets actually have cover and they're able to shoot with guns at that point.
Did the,
Yeah,
did
that's
the
It would
DM say
it
how
would have been more
wide they were?
effective if they had guns. It's 5 foot by 8.
5 foot by 8. That's good.
Anyway, so but once,
That's my estimations.
but
We have two
once-
dwarves.
Alright.
Oh, don't go by your estimations. Ask the DM how wide they
Well, he
are.
said they were 5 foot wide. I didn't ask how tall they were, so I'm just guessing they're 8 foot tall.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a reasonable assumption, actually, honestly. That makes sense. But, now, okay, here's the thing. Once we push through, we're going to have a side open. So,
We could use one of those to block that side off.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
We could just have 2 guys posted up right there with shields.
Yeah.
No, because they can still get hit through the shields.
I never bought a
So,
shield for
so the
player.
reason we bought those mantlets is so we can push them to the southwest once we get in the cave, and then they'll block off that area, so that we can then toss the stones in front of the crack. Right?
Oh yeah, we need to break. Well, we need to break the crack first, and like.
We can. Well, I didn't buy a saw either. I forgot to do that. So.
No, we didn't get the hinges for a door because we couldn't buy them out.
We don't need to make a door. Put a.
No door, just break it.
Sandbag
Take bricks in
there.
there.
Yeah, put the sandbags there, and then put a piece of wood there, and done.
They're actually bricks by now, most likely. They're sand bricks.
Yeah, but same thing, same sand.
Yeah.
But-
You know, we could take a little bit extra time, buy a plank, and then leave.
Yeah, I could just buy a plank. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell the
I think
DM
we're gonna
that
have
if
a
you want to
little
do that.
bit.
Up to you.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit extra prep time. Just gonna buy a plank, and then we're gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy it.
what you could
I'm
do.
gonna buy it.
You don't need to buy nails. The DM was telling you that there's pittons that you can buy, and those are equivalent to what we need them to do. You know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get
Oh,
some.
I don't have any money, so you guys do that.
Yeah,
What's my-
I'll buy the pistons, and then I'll see how much the fucking planks are.
A plank would be 5 copper. I think.
What are barricades anyway? Are they like
A barricade.
like a huge plank of wood, or are they like many small pieces of wood? I don't know.
A thick chunk of wood.
So what we're using is manlets. So basically, it's a wall on wheels.
Nice.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, your break is over. It's time to start. So, to get started, as your Dungeon Master, I'll describe to you the situation we're in. Right, so last time we left off, we were at the KOBOLD Caves, and we managed to retake the hills just outside of the North Cavern. Right, so the hills have been retaken. Currently our party's at the northern base camp, which is of course manned by half a dozen or so Dwarven mercenary guards. Right, the dwarves have withdrawn for the most part from the position, and they had planned to leave or abandon the northern side, but fortunately our crew was successful yesterday, and they will continue to of course man and guard the northern side of the hills and grasslands out here in the KOBOLD Cavern regions. Right, so the plan is today you might continue your campaign against the KOBOLD Caves, and maybe today might be the day you clear out the north side of the caves, or at least make progress toward it. Otherwise, if you have other plans, this will be your time to do so. It's another full day in September. I think it's September 5th now of year 10. And we're joined by a larger crew, as we have been doing that lately. So let's see, Alfred, we've got Alfred and Thomas. So Alfred the Acolyte, his retainers Thomas the Veteran, Charles the Veteran, Samuel the Veteran, and then from House HEBI we've got HEBI the Veteran, or House SB we've got HEBI the Veteran, and then House Ethan we've got SILYS or SILYS the Veteran. House Honestly we've got SCHWANZ the Second and Acolyte, and his retainer AMBAF the Veteran, and SHALBROSE the Veteran. Right, from House Tim we've got MAGNI the Dwarven Veteran. House YVLON we've got YVLON the Priest, and his retainers RYOKA the Dwarven Veteran, RELC the Veteran, and from House Idol DEMEANA the Apprentice. Right, so what is your plan for today? Any
We
ideas?
need to buy planks and pythons.
Any objections? You guys want to spend more preparation time or more time preparing? Maybe planks, it sounds like, in spikes.
I think that's the last of it once they do that.
We'll see. In that case, you'll make your way to the southern base camp where the merchants are, at the main siege camp right after this operation. So the main base camp. So you'll make your way through the grasslands toward the south base camp and start purchasing planks and such. Any objections? Any concerns? Questions? Very well. Alright, so what kind of planks do you need?
We need reinforced like wooden planks.
So heavy wooden planks?
Yeah.
Alright, so planks are not openly available or sold, but you could definitely get someone to go, of course, cut up some wood and make you or sell you some planks, I guess.
Oh, then it's not even worth it. I just need to buy a saw then. Okay.
So we need to buy some people to get some planks for us, or buy some planks, I guess. So let me figure out the cost of this. So you did this, of course. You're doing this now, I suppose, since you didn't do this during your prep time. So that means you're hiring some men to go out and cut some wood for you if there's any wood to be cut. Let's see. There's definitely wood at this camp, right? Brought in from, of course, down, right? There are very few trees out here, so naturally all this wood has to be outsourced. Let's see. Right.
I mean,
Okay, so let's say 10 pounds of wood, right, is about 1 copper. And that's like equivalent to a stick of wood each, right? 1 pound of wood is about a stick of wood, like a fire log, right? A small piece of firewood, right? That's about 1 foot long. So what does your plank look like? You want a 10-foot long by 1 foot long plank?
No, we need it. We need it more of like,
5 by 8.
Yeah, 5 by 8.
5 by 8. Okay, so you want a 5 foot by 8 foot plank, and how many inches thick do you want it to be? Typically, it's 1 inch.
At least,
3 inches.
no, at least 5.
5. So basically, you want 5 1-inch planks, right? That are 5 feet by 8 feet. Is that right?
No, We
It's a
want
whole log
two
thick.
that are 5 feet by 8 feet that are 5 inches thick.
Okay, that's no longer a plank then, I think. That might be a slab.
So yeah, it's just a slab.
Barricade.
A 5
It'd just
foot
be a slab.
by 8 foot by 3-inch slab of wood. Let's see if they have that for sale.
It would probably just be like 5 logs.
Would you want some logs instead? Maybe a 10-foot log or 2 5-foot logs
I think we're looking.
that are
We're
about.
gonna basically seal that crack with the wooden thing. Is what we're planning on. We're gonna seal that by.
I mean, I haven't asked.
Alright, so they don't have they don't have your exact dimensions available because bear in mind, you know, the world doesn't revolve, or they're geared in that what they have for sale doesn't revolve around their exact dimensions. They can cut down the wood to size, but the wood that they've got available are mainly logs, right? They can make planks for you by tying them together, right? Or slabs and such.
Yeah,
But it'd be
just
costly and
barricade
time
it with
consuming,
rods.
right?
Yeah, we'll just take 2 logs then. We'll just take 2 logs.
So if you want 2 logs, that might be a lot easier to do and a lot cheaper, right? So let's say
Yeah.
you want a, 10-foot log that's about maybe 1 feet thick, something like that, or yeah, basically,
Yeah.
let's see, a 10-foot log, it's about a foot thick, would cost you about 1 silver, because I would think that it's about 100 pounds of weight. So it's about maybe around half a foot to a foot thick, something like that. So basically a small tree, and they're asking for 1 silver, right? So 1 silver, you get a 10-foot log. Is that fair?
Okay. And then how much would it be to add
You want-
pistons and rope
Pythons.
Pistons,
or pythons?
pythons. They don't have pythons for sale, but they have iron spikes. Would you like that? It's about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much for iron spikes?
The difference, of course, is pythons, of course, I think are meant for climbing specifically only, whereas spikes, it's not made exactly just for climbing, but it's just a simple iron spike. You can get 10 of them for 1 copper.
Okay. And then rope.
You can get 50
I
feet of
think
rope
one of
for
my
1
I think
copper.
one of my retainers has. I think one of my retainers has rope.
Alright, so we want 10 iron spikes and a 10-foot log. Just 1 10-foot log?
We'll do.
Yeah.
We'll do 1 10-foot log, and then.
How are you
how
going
much
to
is the hammer?
transport this, by the way? It's
The
100
spikes.
pounds and it's 10 feet long and it doesn't fit in the hand cart, so you've got to carry it by hand, right?
Ooh. We can have retainers carry it.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
need the name of maybe at least 2 retainers to lift a 10-foot log, right?
Samuel and Charles.
And they can't be in charge of any vehicles or animals, right? Because
No, Samuel and Charles.
right, Samuel and Charles will be in charge of the 10-foot log. Let's see. Alright, good to go.
Let's continue.
Where are the
Okay,
spikes
perfect.
going?
And one of my guys with top hats.
Oh, yeah, who
and
paid for the
and then
10-foot
my other
log?
guy has rope.
Who paid for the 10-foot log?
I'll pay for it.
Okay, using banknotes. Very well.
Yeah.
Paint the copper pieces. So that's 11 for the log. And who's paying for the spikes?
I'll do
I'll
it.
pay for that as well. Oh, you got it?
Yeah. It's only 1 copper,
Okay.
right?
It would be
Make
2
sure you
if
buy
you
a hammer
if you use
too,
the
bro.
banked coppers.
Oh, yeah, I'll buy a mallet as well.
It'll be cheaper if he buys them because he's already paying a tax fee, right? So
Okay, that's fine. I'll buy
Unless
it
you've got
and then
loose
yeah, that's
change.
fine. I'll buy the spikes as well and a hammer.
Mallet.
small hammer,
A mallet.
mallet or small hammer, they're different.
Whatever's
A mallet is made of wood.
whatever's strong enough to hammer the spikes into stone.
You probably want a small hammer then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Where are the spikes going and where are the hammer going?
My cart.
Your cart?
They'll go in my backpack.
In the backpack?
I can put them in my cart, bro.
You put them in the cart, think
Well,
about this.
I'm gonna be hammering them in.
Are you bringing them in? And if you put it in the cart, that means you're not bringing them in, right? That means you're leaving them outside.
Oh.
So we should put them on the character
Yeah,
that
no,
you think is gonna bring in.
I'll put them in my backpack.
Right, so we have to do less record keeping because why would we put it in the cart now just to take it out later, like, right? Unless we have to travel or. But what matters more importantly is whose record are we putting it on? Are we putting it on the cart's record or are we putting it on a person's record, right? Where is it gonna end up in the end?
Also, to clarify again, the scroll that I got was light magic, not read magic.
What?
Oh no,
Oh.
no, never mind. Oh, I don't know why I have a scroll to read magic.
Yeah, I don't know either. Probably took it from someone. I don't know. The old character.
Probably. That's,
Stealing?
yeah, that's probably, yeah. The mage.
I don't keep track of things or memorize it exactly. I keep track of it by recording it, but I'm not gonna memorize every detail, like whose
Yeah, it
scroll
was,
this was.
Matthias had it.
Sure.
Matthias the third had it. He died. Yeah.
Just write it down. That's all I do. All right.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, I lost track.
The backpack,
You want the
you need to add the spikes and the hammer.
spikes. 10 small hammer.
Yep.
Alright, let's pay for it. So the hammer is 2, the spikes is 1, and the log was 10, so 13 with the tax fee. It's gonna be 15 total. Right.
Okay.
So we're at 29, 24. Anything else?
That's it.
That should be it.
I hope so. Let's see. Okay, so your party is it?
And then
What's up?
Charles and Samuel are carrying the log.
Of course. Yep, they've got it. Alright. It is currently 8:30 now in the game world. What is your move from here?
To the Cobalt Caves, the northern Cobalt Cave.
Also, I forgot, but do we want to
Hey,
eat
yeah.
breakfast? I forgot to feed your crew yesterday. Technically, you guys should have been suffering -1 penalties. But do you guys want breakfast today? Feed your crew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So to feed the crew, it's 1 copper for each character. Or, no, for 3 characters, yeah. Let's see. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. To feed your crew would cost you 5 coppers. Who's willing to pay to feed the crew?
Can you get that, honestly?
How much do I have already?
Me.
You have
Elon.
1? Okay. Alright.
Thank
It's gonna be
you.
6 with tax,
Spend
so
money for the code.
287 remaining. Alright, the party has been fed.
Alright, now we're heading out.
Yes.
Where to? North Cave or something else?
North Cave.
North Cave, yep.
Alright, so you make your way to the North Cave, which is posted up and guarded by a few of your members, right? They've been waiting here for a while, but they'll be joining the team as you enter, right? We'll go into a small scale map and prepare your tokens for a small scale exploration of this area. Let's see. Here we are. Last time we were here, the map was left in kind of a mess, so let's just clean it up real quick.
And I got torches in my cart if you need any. Stop.
Right, so in our team today at least, see if we have any previous tokens available. Okay, yeah, so we've got, let's go down the list, make sure we get all the tokens. We need Alfred's token. Let's see, where's Alfred? There we are. So Alfred. And we need Thomas's token. Is Thomas a new one? Yeah, he's a new one. Okay.
Nice.
Alright, Thomas, fighter. Alright, looks like he's gonna use his longbow. Alfred, what are you gonna use for this expedition?
I will have the longbow as well.
Okay. And then need Charles. Let's get Charles up here. Let's see.
He's gonna be carrying a log.
Yeah, Charles and Samuel are both carrying the log.
So there's HEBIs, not HEBIs, 5-foot magnets.
So Charles has a normal helmet, right? Yeah. Let's see. He's in charge of one of the logs, or the log, with Samuel. So
Yeah, him. Yep.
Charles. F1. Let's get Samuel on the board. Samuel's the new one. No, he's not new. Okay, there's Samuel. Right. To represent the log, just gonna put put something on the board to represent it. Let's see, we'll do rectangle. Again, it's 10-foot log. Right. And these two will be in charge of the log. Alright, and next we've got HEBI. So for HEBI is a new character, right? Let's see.
Yeah,
HEBI helmets. What are you equipping?
female fighter.
HEBI's a woman. Alright.
Spear and shield. Yep, spear and shield.
Woman.
Is that a heavy shield or a normal shield?
Oh, she's got heavy everything, yeah. Except for the heavy, no heavy spear.
For SILYS, it's a new character, right? Is SILYS a man or a woman?
That's my,
What
is
do
that a
you,
retainer?
that's you, right? SILYS, Ethan?
Ethan.
Yeah. What do you
Ethan.
want?
Is SILYS a man or a woman?
It's a man.
Okay. And what is he equipping?
Doesn't matter.
Looks like you've got your shield and, or you got your polearm then, I guess? Let's see.
Yeah, for now.
Alright. Very devastating melee weapon. Let's see. SCHWANZ.
Yes.
You want
I'm gonna
longbow
be on
again?
horseback.
Horseback. Okay.
Yeah.
You,
No, I can't be on horseback. I remember.
your horse has a lot of burden already. It's dragging a cart that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have longbow, knock and arrow.
Okay. You probably need to drive your horse then. So lead it. So you can't knock an arrow right now. You gotta lead the horse.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
And then both my retainers are driving mantlets.
Right. Let me get a mantlet token on the board. If I can get one.
There's 2 of them. 2 5-foot mantlets. How tall are they? 8 foot?
They're 5 feet ones. They're small. You bought small mantlets.
No, 5 foot by 5 foot.
I'm pretty sure no one's taller than that tall.
Dwarves. I'm 5'7", so.
Got 2 dwarves. That's so nice.
What?
Yeah, we have 2 dwarves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they have like infravision. And can talk kobold somehow.
don't think infravision exists.
No, the dwarf can see like heat. I checked that in the book.
Infrared? Yeah, I don't think in Ekin's game he does that.
Yeah, we don't have infravision in my game. It's just night vision. So no reptile vision for any characters. No monsters have it either, unless they're snakes or whatever. So
This is fair.
Oh. Oh. I thought dwarves have them.
they have night vision in my game. We got rid of infravision. We haven't had it for years.
Alright.
It's one of our most important house rules. Because with infravision, thieves can't sneak around then. They'll be spotted every single time, right? Let's see.
I have a really strong thief. It's got like 14 strength.
These will represent the mantlets. Let's see. SILYS. Your retainers, you said, were manning the mantlets. Let's see.
Yeah.
SCHWANZ. And then your retainers are AMBAF and SHALBROSE, which we have SHALBROSE on the board. So he'll just...
Yeah.
Okay. We'll also need another token for AMBAF. New fighter on the team.
They both have light helms, I think.
Right. Normal helmet, AMBAF. Let's see, F1. He's in charge of a mantlet. Right. Next is... Let's see. Shalbro... Oh no. MAGNI. MAGNI, what do you want to use?
Yeah. That's fine.
No, I'm telling you, what do you want to use? Like your latchet or something else?
Yeah, this is my latchet.
YVLON? Shield and Spear again or something else?
Shield and spear, yeah.
Okay. And RYOKA. That's your new one, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
He's gonna do shield and spear then? Oh, it's a heavy shield. Alright, RELC. Shield, spear. Alright. And DEMEANA. You want to do pull and sling?
Sling and pull.
Good to go.
And the pole dance. Yes, usual.
Alright, let's get us over to the camp then. Or not the camp, the entrance. Move our tokens.
Mina, what do you think about the strategy? You were here when we were discussing it, right?
I have my own strategy.
Oh.
Wait, is Jackson here with us today? Right?
I don't see Jackson on the chat.
No, he's a retainer? No?
Yes.
Or
Oh, I don't know.
Jack.
Who
No,
owns
Jackson's not.
Jackson?
Jackson's not coming.
Who is Jackson?
I think he's a retainer.
Okay.
Was it Samuel and Samuel and who else was it? That was carrying the log. Was it Charles?
Samuel and Charles.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Right. So your small army is gathered at the entrance of the Kobold Cavern. Right. Upon arrival, the tunnel remains the same as you set out from the hills toward the entrance. It's clear. It appears to be clear. The entry tunnel is still 10 feet wide, narrows as it continues southward for 20 feet before continuing west. There's a small crack in the eastern wall at the end of the tunnel. Beyond that crack is a narrow tunnel or pass that continues east. How would your party like to proceed or begin expedition into this cavern?
Okay, so first, YVLON will switch the spear with torches.
Okay, I need torches.
I'll go first. I have a pole.
Okay.
Someone hand me a torch.
Aren't thieves better in the dark?
No, they need to see. They're humans. They need to have light to be able to see what they're prodding.
Alright, I also give DEMEANA a torch that is lit with my own torch.
Okay, so you're lighting up torches. How many torches do you want to light up before you start passing them around? Is it like 2, 3?
3.
3.
And another I will give to my retainer.
I'll get 3 torches on the board for you guys. You can just
RELC.
pass them out. Let's see.
I'm back. Use bathroom.
I'll give it to Short Hilt.
Like
And
what?
DEMEANA. Short Hill.
Giving what to who? Torch.
I'll give it torch, yeah.
Alright, so
Yes,
short
torches.
tilt.
So
Where's-
he'll be removing his long spear.
Alright, who else is getting a torch?
And DEMEANA.
Miana. Demiana? Okay. She's gonna put her sling away then?
Can I just let it hang off my wrist like I normally do?
Sure. Right. Let's see. Who's carrying the third torch? That was YVLON?
So I put away my spear too.
Right. Good to go. Alright, who is Demiana's leading alone, or is anyone at her flank? At her side?
Oh,
I follow DEMEANA.
we need to unpile the.
We should have one of the walls go in.
Yeah, have one of my.
Oh, take traps.
Alright, one at a time. Start with the walls. Let them tell them what they're doing.
The wall's probably gonna go in first. And then let's.
Bad already.
What? Say something then, please.
The walls are going in first? Is that what you said?
Just so. Yeah.
We're sending the walls. No, we were gonna send the thief into pride. We're sending the walls in after. Make sure there's no traps.
Yeah, Alpha. What Alpha said, let's do that.
Okay, so Demiana's on their own, leading the way. She's gonna scout. Who's following here? No one else? Are you guys
YVLON follows.
okay? Are some of us waiting out here? Or most of us?
YVLON and RELC.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting out here because one of you can help me unpile the sandbags off the cart.
I'm gonna have Charles and Samuel going after them, and I will follow so I can start putting up the spikes in the stone wall.
Okay, so Charles and
Heavy
Samuel are going
will-
after YVLON.
HEBI will follow SCHWANZ, and once he unloads a stone, HEBI will also unload a stone.
Okay, well, you probably don't want to unload the stones here, right? You probably want to bring the animals or the stones closest.
Yeah, he's not doing it yet. That's why I'm unloading SCHWANZ right now.
Okay, so. Alright. As HEBI and SCHWANZ are making their way toward the entrance with the horse and cart, as Samuel and Charles are following YVLON and RELC, who are following DEMEANA into the cavern. Anyone else want to take an action for 8:30?
We'll follow in behind them.
Okay.
How to say the name?
SILYS? Alright. Anyone else want to take an action? No? Okay. So, DEMEANA, you can see into the tunnel. Goes only for about 20 feet before it continues west. 10 feet wide tunnel, of course. How do you want to proceed?
I'll move forward, prodding with my pole, and I'll turn right once I get around the bend.
Alright, sounds good. And, is there a specific distance you want to explore? Or just want to keep going until you get to the bend?
Sure, I'll go my full distance
Okay.
for exploration. I think I'm lightly encumbered, so was that 60 feet?
Yeah, light would be, if you're light footman, it'd be 30 feet of exploration, right? And in a mapped area, it'd be 90. Okay. The area is considered to be mapped, so you'll be able to move up to 90 feet in a single turn, 10 minutes, right? Or in a single minute, 9 feet. So you're advancing, right, carefully. In that case, if you're gonna move at your own rate, the rest of the crew can't keep up with you because they're medium footmen. So they only explore at the rate of, 20 feet or 60 feet. They can not explore and just follow you. So exploration, the reason why it's so slow is because you're mapping as you go, right? In this case, since the map's already drawn, you're just updating the map as you go. Let's see. So the other case, then the other guys will just follow you at your faster rate of movement, and they will not be able to, of course, map as they go, right? They'll just be able to follow you.
I need to slow down.
Right. But typically, if we want to stay together, be careful and quiet and observant at the same rate, we have to move at the rate of the slowest member. So, DEMEANA, do you want to slow down for your crew? Or, yeah.
Well, like 10 to 20 feet ahead of the party, so
Okay.
why are we doing it differently?
Alright, yeah, so you'll just explore at your own rate and they'll just try to follow you, right? Very well. So they'll
Yeah, I
keep...
mean, I'm not going to leave them behind, but
Yeah.
the initial move, sure, I'll get ahead of them.
Alright, so yeah, you explore ahead of them, scouting on your own. And as you make the bend, let's check if it's clear. Roll to see if it's clear. Alright, so you peek around the corner. There are no monsters, no obvious signs of monsters or traps or treasure up ahead. However, there are some changes to the cavern itself. You notice that since the last time we were here, there's definitely a change in the map with the update. And that would be that toward the west, we've got this barricade. Basically, it consists of just piles and piles of rubble with slits between some of the rubble, right? Firing holes. So basically, cave wall. Add this to your map. See.
What is it barricade made of? Is it made of clay or wood or what?
It's made of a mix of just rock and dirt, pretty much. It's got
Alright, I'm gonna
one
stop it
narrow
when I see
opening
that
there.
and turn back to the party and report. Now
So-
this is Demeana's first time here, so she doesn't know what's different.
Yeah.
Just reporting what I see.
So you got a crack to the east and a
Yeah,
crack to the west now, right? So now it's harder to push through, right? Unless we can blow that wall up. So this is not the same as the cavern walls. This is just a makeshift wall. It's basically a cobblestone wall, right? So it's just yeah, cobblestone walls with a narrow gap in the middle to fire from, right?
Can we break through it with a pickaxe?
Probably, if you have the time to
Okay.
mine away, but they're probably gonna shoot you to death as you're working on picking at it, right? So
We got the walls, it's fine.
okay, so
Alright, well, man, do your job.
pile of rubble there, right? Stacked along the walls, narrow
Alright.
gap. All right, so Demeana didn't explore very far in. She just kind of took a few steps in, falls back, and reports what she found. So what's our next move? Plan of action.
I tell
So-
Rel to continue push to the west and stay near the slits of the wall.
Relk should continue
And
to the
I-
west.
Yeah.
All right, so Relk will advance toward the west. Demeana, are you just gonna
Take
fall
a
back?
look at that. Yeah. No, I'm gonna. Didn't he tell me to move to the west?
You told
Was that
Relk to
somebody
move
else?
to the west, not you.
Yeah, I tell Rel.
All right. Well, I guess I will fall back then as soon as Rel gets past me.
Okay, so
Well,
we gotta make
do your
space for Demeana to fall back.
Yeah.
We're sending Relk in. What is Relk supposed to do? Just move west?
Yeah. Relk will put his shield up against the slit. That's what I tell him.
Okay, so push up to the wall and put a shield there. Block it off.
Yeah.
Alright, and anything else for your crew? Anyone else taking an
And
action? 831.
Yvlon,
Alfred's
Yvlon
gonna.
goes down. Yvlon goes down and looks at the hole near the east hole. Starts casting darkness.
Okay. Wait, do you want to cast darkness from here, or do you want to move over there and then cast?
So I'll move over there first.
Okay, so you're moving first, not casting. Relk is moving to that cobblestone wall. Yvonne's moving to the eastern crack. Anyone else taking an action for
Yeah,
831?
not that near, but
One at a time, please.
just directly step.
Alfred's gonna move in and start putting the spikes in the wall on the east.
Yeah. I'm gonna start moving. I'm gonna move out of the way if people want to come. So I'll move to the east.
Sorry, hold up. It's Alfred. Alfred speaks. Alfred, you said you're gonna move in and do what?
I'm gonna get the spikes from the wall and start hammering them into the wall right there. I'm sorry. I'm
Which
pulling
wall?
the spikes out of my backpack, and I'm gonna start spiking them into the wall on the east side. But
There's a
not on the other side.
East side of the tunnel.
but
So
on our
the
side.
east side of the tunnel is 20 feet. So what part of the east wall are you hammering spikes into?
I'm gonna hammer spikes into the part of the wall where the crack is at, the opening.
Oh, directly north of it. Okay.
Yeah. So right there, yeah, I'm gonna stand right there and I'm gonna start putting the spikes in.
Well, before you can do that, you have to get to the position. So Yvonne's trying to get to the position there.
Yeah.
So
No,
you're trying to move to
yeah,
that
but that's
position.
what I want to do.
Alright, that's your plan. Sure. Anyone else have a plan for 831?
I'm moving out of the way. I'm moving east by 5 feet.
Sure. Anyone else have a plan for an action for 831? No? Very well. So from 831 to 832, Relk made his way to the west, Yvonne made his way to the southeast, Alfred follows, and Yvonne's in the way, right? And he's
No, I don't go. I go to the south, not southeast.
oh, to the south? Okay. So like there? right behind RELC,
No, yeah, more to the south.
or to the south. In the you want to
Yeah, I
be
can
in
see
the opening?
wall. Yeah.
You're gonna get fired upon possibly. You're willing to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
So RELC is moving to the west, and YVLON's moving to
And
the
I start
south.
casting dark.
And as soon as you get there, you're gonna start casting darkness.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Alfred, you're moving to that southeast wall. Now we're gonna do a
Yeah.
trap check. Pass, and RELC is moving, and then he feels some weak pressure under his feet and steps back immediately. Backs up, right? And he's like, "Fuck!" Right? He thought he was gonna blow up. He doesn't blow up though, right? So he almost triggered a trap.
Lucky.
And as that was happening, YVLON, you stepped into the opening of the crack, and let's see if the enemy have the discipline to shoot us. They do. Alright, so they immediately fire upon YVLON. So you start taking fire immediately. You've got your shield facing them, but you took a sling stone from the pass, and that clearly missed. And then after that, you started casting your spell, right? But you can't. You've got to see them to cast your spell, so you're not completely covered behind your shield. Naturally, you're peeking over your shield. You are a target, and if you're hit, your spell is interrupted, right? If anything hits you, naturally, if it hits your armor and you're not affected, right? But if it hits you yourself, right, and you take damage, you get interrupted or dispelled. So, in the meantime, as YVLON is taking fire in the midst of casting a spell, no one covering him, or little to no other cover except his armor and shield. Alfred, you want to start hammering spikes?
Yes.
Okay, so to start the process, you have to put your bow away and pull out hammer and spike.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Alright, in the meantime, as we engage in the combat now, so
and then, am I able to call out to one of my retainers?
sure, what are you trying to say this round?
Let me see. Which one has the shield?
You want to think about
I
it
can't
very well.
see the retainers. No. I need to. Can you scroll up so I can see the retainers? That because I want to call out to the one that has the shield. I just forgot his name. It was Samuel. Yeah, Samuel. Okay, I'm gonna tell Samuel to drop the log and run shield to block
Alright,
the
so
caster.
as you get over to this side, you're yelling out, "Samuel, get in here!" Right? Alright. And as you're yelling that, of course, also, RELC section doesn't go unnoticed, right? Same with YVLON, right? As soon as he steps into the area, backs away from the trap. From the opening to the west, we also start to take fire. Sling fire, right? So, let's see if this hits. Our target is YVLON's back. Misfire. Just bounces off the back of your helm. Alright. Or just whizzes past you, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Anyone else wanted to take an action that round?
Shouldn't the horse be moved to the entrance by now?
Sure.
Okay. I want to start taking off those, sandbags.
Okay, so equipping sandbags. Each one is 30 pounds.
I'll go and equip a sandbag as well.
Alright, they're sand bricks now.
Yep.
Or just
Hell
bricks. So, Heavy, you're gonna put your spear and shield away to get a brick instead?
Yep.
Okay, so you both are pulling out sand bricks, and what are you gonna do with them? You're gonna carry them into the tunnel?
Turn down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set on the ground and take out more so we can just easily get to them.
I mean, they're all in the cart right now. So you want to
Okay.
set them on the ground though, like take them out of the cart, create a pile.
So I'm gonna set one on the ground and I'm gonna head over to SHALBROSE's wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want the walls to start moving.
Yeah. So, Heavy's busy taking a brick out of the cart to set it on the ground first. Same with Sean's. No one else is taking an action. Okay. So yeah, next round of
No clue what to do.
Okay. So it's the next round. We're no longer in minute turns or 10-minute turns. We're in combat now because we have encountered an enemy and they have chosen to combat us. We put ourselves in a combative position. So it's 10-second moves now. So RELC is taking fire. He's falling back at this point, I think. Oh no, yeah, you told him to push up, he refused. Or he's gonna make a morale check to see if he'll keep doing it. Alright, he was given the order to push up. Realizing the floor is trapped though, he tries to...
He stays.
Yeah, he just lets you know first, right? He's like, YVLON, it's trapped, right? And YVLON, you're in the middle of casting though, right? So you moved and now you're starting to cast. So now, last round you moved and now you're casting this round. So if you do anything other than cast, your spell is dispelled, right? So, Alfred, you got to the position last round. You yelled at your crew. You also got your gear out, and this round you can begin hammering spikes into the wall, right? So, you're hammering the spike right now.
Yeah, I try to get at least one in.
Okay. So every round, as you hammer the spike, it might go in an inch or two, right? Into the wall. Each spike is maybe about half a foot long, right? So, let's see. Charles and Samuel are, at this point, they were just holding the log waiting to go in. They set it down probably, but Samuel was told to get over here, right? So he dropped the log and rushed to the scene possibly. Check his morale. Yep, he's running in there after Alfred, right? And told him to get in here and shield the position, so he's getting his shield out on the way. What kind of shield does he have? A heavy shield.
He has a heavy shield.
Right. Alright, so Sam is on the way in, and Charles is just standing there. DEMEANA, are you doing anything this round?
Yeah, I think I heard somebody say the word.
What was that?
Run in there. It's a trap.
Okay, so you're gonna check for traps. You're gonna move in there.
I'm gonna run in there. Yeah,
Okay.
running in. I'm going my full move in there and saying, "Where's the trap? I'm here for the trap."
Right. So DEMEANA's on the way in there to get a trap. She was actually technically ahead of Samuel, so she's moving in before Samuel does. And she's asking about the
Depending on how
trap.
she handles the trap will determine how she gets paid and any extra.
And then it's not your turn.
Exactly.
All right. So let's not speak out of turn. Otherwise, it's gonna count as your turn. Okay. We gotta start not interrupting because that slows us fucking all the time, right? Especially in a combat, right? So, again, last warning. Okay. For everyone. So if it's not your turn, if we're in combat, it's a closed discussion, not open, right? SILYS, your move. Very well. And SCHWANZ, your move.
I'm gonna order the walls then. My favorite kind of them with the walls.
Okay, so for round 2, you order SHALBROSE and AMBAF forward, right? Okay. And then HEBI, do you still want to unload bricks, or you said you were after you?
Nope. I already.
You said 2 actions
Yeah, I
last round, but
already
you only get
dropped
to do
brick.
1 action, right? So this round you want to do the action that you wanted to do, right? So again, if we
Yeah, I'm
declare
gonna
another thing is if we declare more than 1 action from now on, you get no actions, right? It's indecision. So this round you're gonna go join the SHALBROSE or something else.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sprinting over to SHALBROSE and helping push that wall to the south. We need it in there.
Very well. ALFRED, what's your move? Is ALFRED a retainer? Or is he not even here?
No, I don't think there's a person named Alfred here.
Oh, maybe I just grabbed a random character.
Yeah, that's Alfred is knight, but he's not playing.
He's not playing. Okay, never mind. He's not here. Short Tilt. He's the retainer to YVLON. His orders were to.
Yeah.
He wasn't specified any orders, so he's just gonna wait
Yeah.
up there.
It wasn't.
MAGNI. Who does MAGNI belong to? Oh, it's Tim. Okay, so MAGNI, what's your move? Okay, very well. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I wasn't given any orders, so I'm just gonna wait until I see a perfect time.
Okay, sure. It's on standby. Mershal's on standby, it looks like. Ryoko's on standby. Thomas, retainer as well, probably on standby. So, I guess the retainers are on standby until they're ordered. Alright. So round 2 actions have been declared. We're gonna resolve it. So what happens for round 2 is, of course, we'll start with initial firing. The enemy continue firing, bombarding our crew with stones from the west. I forgot to do the other shots for the last round, but technically, how last round should have gone was there should have been a shooter, he would have backed up, and then a second shooter in the second half of the round, and he would have backed up. So there should have been 2 shots from each side. So there would have been 1 more shot on RELC, and then 1 more shot on YVLON. Both missed. Okay, so this round, initial shots. First shot from the west on RELC, miss. Second shot from the east on YVLON, miss. All right, YVLON was is casting the spell this round. So at the end of this, at the end of round 2, the spell will go off, right? And darkness will be casted on the is it the tunnel, right?
No, I cast it near
Oh.
the end of the tunnel.
Okay, very well. So you're casting at the end of the tunnel, and then Alfred was hammering the spike in. He gets his first strike, right? First few strikes in there. We'll do a 4 stores if you want to exert, speed up the process. All right, so yeah, you finished hammering 1 spike into the wall, right? It's just intro too deep at the moment.
Can I announce movement now? So after I get the first spike in, I'm gonna run out, seeing that our fizz and like a maniac trigger the trap while we're in here.
All right, that'll be your action next round. Tell me that action next round. So I'm giving you results for round 2. We're not declaring actions right now.
Okay.
Let's see. 1 spike expended. Trying to track. 9 spikes remain. So in 10 seconds, I could see your character hammer a spike just a couple, like an inch or 2 deep. So it's not very deep, right? It's like, it's in the wall, but it's not deep, right? Let's see. Because technically it takes about a minute at least to hammer a spike into a wall, right? So, securely. So, alright. So it's just loosely in the wall, just like an inch or 2. It might just fall out. Let's see. Alright. And yeah, okay. DEMEANA, or let's see, yeah, Alfred, you're in the middle of hammering the spike. Do you want to keep hammering it in? You realize it's not fully in there yet, right? It's in the wall, but it's not like stuck to the wall.
I'm gonna run out.
Okay, so it's probably just gonna fall to the floor then. Okay, all right.
That's fine.
Alright, so you're making your way out. Next round, of course, you just drop the spike. DEMEANA, for round 2, you made your way in there asking for where the trap was, and RELC reacts, right? He's like back. He told YVLON there's a trap. YVLON didn't say anything, so he backs up. He was ordered to move to that wall, so he ends up backing up and triggering the trap with his spear, and it blows up, right?
Oh.
So.
I thought he realized that it was trapped.
Holy shit. Everyone fine.
So he felt pressure under his feet, and he stepped away. He already stepped away from it, right? He backed up. He thought he triggered it. He prods the floor for where it was, where he stepped on it. His spear is 10 feet long. And pushed down on the floor, explodes in front of him, right? He like crouched before the explosion, using his shield as cover. And it blows up. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit anyone. A small explosion, 10 feet.
Does it blow the wall?
It hits the wall, but it doesn't blow up the wall. The wall's pretty sturdy. It's not like a piece of paper. It's a cobblestone wall, right? Let's see. Alright, DEMEANA, you got in there and you hear a trap go off, right? Or an explosion, right? After RELC backed up behind his spear or behind his shield, he poked something. He like pressed down on something with the spear, right? Or stabbed at something with the spear, and after that, there was an explosion. So DEMEANA, as soon as you got over here, was there anything else you wanted to do? You asked about a trap and no one replies. You just hear a trap go off.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know where the trap was.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll fall back again until they want me to do something
Right.
reckless.
Right.
Yeah, because
Samuel moved out with his heavy shield and spear, and there's no space for him to continue. He was ordered to get up here. He's like, you know, Captain or Alfred, I'm here, right? And Alfred's looking at him. Alfred's about to leave, right? He just dropped his spike. So, Alfred, would you like? You can have a response to Samuel. He tells you he's here for round 2.
I'm gonna tell Samuel to switch spots with me and block YVLON from the east with his shield.
Okay. So you're like, Alfred, or no, you're just telling Samuel, Samuel, protect YVLON. You're just trying to push past him. Or you're going after DEMEANA, who's also on the way out. Okay. Alright, and I think out here for round 2, SILYS just kind of stood by. Charles just kind of stood by.
Yeah,
I think
waiting.
SCHWANZ gave orders to AMBAF and SHALBROSE to start pushing the cart, or the mantlets. So they'll push the mantlets. The rate of movement is up to 20 feet per move if they push it hard and fast. So they have wheels, right? So they're pushing them toward the tunnel, and some guys are in the way. I think HEBI got over there to help SHALBROSE push the mantlet. So it only requires one person really to push it. It's not too crazy. Naturally, if you have 2, then each member can have something in their hand, one thing. But SHALBROSE is just pushing it himself, so I guess HEBI just kind of helps out. There's the crew on standby, just waiting to push in, right, to this tight space. Alright, that was round 2 complete. And Comet, oh, forgot the second wave of stones fly in, and then the spell's gonna go off as well. So, second wave of stones flew in, nothing hits. The spell went off, created a cloud of darkness, 10-foot area of darkness.
Let's fucking move.
Oh, nice.
Alright, that's blocked off. They can't see anymore. So it's just a wall of darkness now that emerges supernaturally. And the firing ends, at least for now, from the east, but we got firing from the west. Round 3. Alright, we're still in combat because we're still taking fire. As long as someone is attacking, we're still in combat. The enemies are attacking us. So, YVLON, what's your move for round 3?
I start pushing to the west with my shield and spear.
Okay. And RELC
Yeah,
will advance with you, looks like. Samuel seems to be advanced to the east. You have more things to say? What else?
Yeah, so basically I throw my torch first, then I advance with my spear.
Okay, so you switched up on me. Alright, so you said you charged the wall to the west, but now you want to get your spear out and throw your torch instead?
Yeah, I told you I used a spear, so to get that spear I need to throw that torch first.
Okay, so were you throwing the torch before you started moving, or were you moving and throwing the torch, or yeah, what were you doing? Because you only get one action, right? So what was your action?
Yeah, I just throw the torch and equip my shield while, and equip my spear. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Alright, I did already warn the crew, but that will count as indecision for this round. So you were figuring things out. You were wondering, should I advance first, or should I get my tools out and throw a torch first? Let's see.
It's just
I'm gonna be right back. I have to restart Discord.
As Samuel is making his way toward the southeast, Alfred, how far out did you want to go?
Well, since that trap has been blown up, I'll go back in and bring the spike after Samuel gets in there and blocks the east.
So you want to just get the spike on the floor that you dropped?
Yeah, and I'll continue hammering it in.
Okay. DEMEANA, for round 3.
I'm bad. Sure, I want to try and get into the action, so I'm going to move down as far as I can and ask to be let in.
Okay. SILYS, do you have an action for round 3?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna start moving in. But finally.
Okay. And then Charles, just standing by, looks like. He's got the log nearby. SCHWANZ, you gave orders to your men. They're pushing the mantlets forward, but then there's so many people in the way. The mantlets are not going to be able to fit. Right. So SCHWANZ,
Yeah, I'm
what's your
gonna
move
keep
this round?
pushing it forward.
I'm asking SCHWANZ. If we interrupt, it's counting as your action. Right. So I already warned your crew.
He did say he had to.
SCHWANZ, your move. Very well.
I don't know.
Honestly-
I don't think he's here, but he said he had to restart his Discord.
Oh yeah, he said he had to reset his,
Okay.
his Discord because it wasn't.
Yeah, his Discord being buggy.
And
Okay.
then,
Oh,
Um,
it's active.
Hey,
all right, SCHWANZ, what's your move? Round 3.
I read my longbow with my Nahara.
Okay, so you're just gonna drop the brick to the floor, right? 2 bricks are on the ground. Sand bricks. 4 removed from the cart. Or 2. There's only 2 that were carried out, thrown into the ground. Okay. Let me note this down. Who was the owner of the sand bricks? Was that SCHWANZ?
That would be.
Me. It was
No, it was sand. It was SCHWANZ.
no, I bought them.
Brother,
They're
it's
inherited
on.
from.
I'm
They're
asking
on
the,
his cart, but they're inherited.
whoever the item is on record-wise is the owner of the item at the moment, right? You might have been the original owner. I'm not gonna list who the owner of the fucking sand bricks when you first bought them. I'm listing who they currently are owned by. It's SCHWANZ, right? It's on his record. So, all right. Let's see. SHALBROSE, of course, realizes he can't put the push the mantlet forward, and he's like, SCHWANZ, there's too many people in the way. And AMBAF is like the same, right? You're like, they can't finish the order because all these people are in the way. And the reserve group, I guess, all the retainers are just standing by doing nothing, right? Okay.
I want to tell everyone to get out the cave.
And you were getting your bow out, right, at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, SCHWANZ is, yeah. Ordering everyone out of the cave as he repairs his bow. I don't know if anyone's going to listen, though. Let's see. Alright, so what actually happens for round 3 is, YVLON, of course, was starting to step forward, of course, and dropping the torch to the ground. Trying to figure out whether or not he was going to charge and shield that wall and also prepare his spear. Let's see. Detach this.
Nice long spear. Yeah.
Alright, RELC ended up pushing up while he was figuring things out. And the enemies were firing through the hole, of course. This one came toward YVLON in the line of fire. Misfire. Then RELC closes in. He takes the next shot. Alright, also doesn't hit. Right, so he plugs the hole with his shield and takes cover behind it. Samuel, of course, plugs this hole, right? And we're receiving blind fire. So super low chance to hit, but as if you're in the line of fire and there's an at 20, it's gonna hit. Alright, so Samuel's just standing there as a sitting duck, taking shots, right? So that no one else does, or no one else has to get hit, I guess. ALFRED, of course, moved in, picked up the spike, and gets back to work, hammering the spike into the side of the wall. DEMEANA was calling everyone, or she was trying to get in there into the action, asking people to move out of the way, possibly, right? So, what are you trying to do in here, DEMEANA, as soon as you get down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna prod the floor as I move forward and just make sure, you know, if there are any more traps.
Okay. So yeah, you get in there, you prod the floor that they've already moved across, just I guess in case. SILYS, you're getting in there.
No, I mean, there's a chance they'll set off a trap, but it might still be there.
Yeah, sure.
Is she just being in the way?
Yeah, she's just double checking, I guess. And then she's in your way, I guess, SILYS, unless she wants to move
I'm
forward.
moving up. I'm moving up into position to fire my sling through the slot.
Okay, sure. SILYS, how far in did you want to go with your polearm? All the way to the south wall, or?
Once I was going to try to get behind Relic, but someone's blocking me. So, I'm going to go to south wall.
South wall. All right. You had 20 feet of movement, so that's as far as you got. Unless you just dead sprinted, I guess. Right, you didn't have to attack this round, so you just ran up to that wall
Yeah.
and took position. Alright, that allowed the mantlets to be pushed forward. SHALBROSE pushes one in. AMBAF pushes the second one in.
I don't understand.
I think HEBI was figuring things out with SCHWANZ, right? Because he interrupted SCHWANZ's turn. And SCHWANZ was giving orders to the men to the southeast, right? Asking everyone to clear out, but no one is. And fortunately, since everyone advanced, AMBAF and SHALBROSE are able to push the mantlets through, which kind of cut off the exit now, right? Let's see.
Holy shit.
Alright. Back here, do any of these guys want to take action if you're part of this crew? Short Tilt, MAGNI, Mersha, RYOKA, Thomas.
Head down a little bit towards the behind AMBAF.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you start doing that, the retainers follow you. They don't really know what to do. Because they're employers. Yeah. Sent ahead. HEBI, do you have an action for... Okay, yeah, we're declaring actions now. So, round 4 actions. We're going to start actually back at the bottom. Right. So, starting with RELC. He's just going to hold the position, I guess. Just continue to get bombarded, right, by enemy fire. If they just continue to do that.
I tell Ralph that to push the cobblestone wall, and I do it too.
Okay, try to push it. Right. So you guys try to force it down. Let's see. DEMEANA, for round 4, what would you like to do?
Move the fight forward and fire thing over Relk's head and shield through the slot. Just blindly.
Fire overhead.
Yeah.
Okay. Blindly fire, just suppress. Okay. Probably won't hit
Swing
anything,
bullet,
but...
ricochet around in there.
Okay, sure.
Maybe hit
Yeah.
something.
Psychological warfare, I guess, right? Fire, there's a chance it might hit something. Alright. So as DEMEANA is just firing stones blindly into the opening above them, I guess, right? In the crack. Or between them, right? Since they're pushing against the walls now. SILYS, round 4 action. Very well. And then Samuel, he's a retainer. He's gonna hold the line, right?
Yeah, he's holding the line.
You received enemy fire. Yes, SILYS. I did say your name. You have a move?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start pushing west, like
West? Okay. We're not really advancing west, but they're trying to. So, move west. You see the other guys pushing against the wall. There's no space for you to help. It's a tight squeeze. Right.
Okay.
So I guess you're just there on standby, ready to advance. SHALBROSE, of course, with the orders given by SCHWANZ, pushed the mantlet into the tunnel with AMBAF. MAGNI followed AMBAF in. Charles waits with the log. The other retainers are pushing up, getting ready to advance. SCHWANZ, do you have an action for round 4? SCHWANZ?
Once.
Honestly,
Yeah. I'm waiting until the manlets get in there.
Good to go. HEBI, do you have an action for round 4?
Yeah, SHALBROSE pushed that mantlet, so no, I'm gonna go in front of them and push that mantlet to the east between ALFRED and Samuel.
Okay, so you get up there, you try to get in front of SHALBROSE, but there's no space for him to fall back, so you have to fall back before SHALBROSE can... You can ask him to get out of the way, but there's like no way for him to move, right? Except back. So, you get up there, you're like, SHALBROSE, let me get ahead of you. He's like, oh fuck, what? And he's like, looking around.
Yeah, I'll just go prone, and then they can walk over me. It's all right. They can get past me. It's fine.
You're
We
gonna
got a
just,
wall in front of us. It's fine. I say swap with me, and I go prone, so they can walk over me.
very well. You go prone, you just let SHALBROSE step over you?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Uh, we left off with, yeah, we just declared round 4's actions. So let's see what happens. For round 4, our guys at the front are pushing against the wall. Let's see if they're able to force it. Any progress through it. Starting with RELC. Nothing. YVLON, give me a d6, unless you want me to roll. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Alright, YVLON makes some progress. He starts to feel that the wall is cracking now, so it's weakened. The cobblestone wall weakens on his side. Right. All it consists of course, is cobblestone, right, and a mixture of maybe mortar or something to, of course, connect them together, right? So he's pushing against it, and he's feeling it starting to crack and weaken, maybe break apart, right, as he leans and pushes against this thin cobblestone wall, right? So it's been weakened, but not quite enough, right? So you just lean it against it. He feels it starting to crack against his weight. As that's happening, the enemy continue to bombard us with stones, right? That's pretty much all they can do at the moment. Alright, no effect at all, right? As we push against with their shields. DEMEANA fired a sling stone between the two of you into the crack. So just blind fired. Rolling. And nothing's hit. Very low chance to hit anything, really. But there's still a chance, right? Maybe a nat 20 might get her a chance to hit. SILYS just stood there behind DEMEANA and YVLON, right? There's not much they can do there. Samuel holds the line, receives 2 shots from the east. That round, right? At the beginning of the round, and then at the middle of the round. That's as much as they were to fire through the crack. Nothing penetrates that shield. ALFRED, of course, has hammered the spike in. It will take roughly a minute, maybe half a minute if he's strong enough, right? So if he exerts enough force, if he's forceful about it, it might take 30 seconds. So 3 rounds as he hammers the spike in. Alright, so that's that counts for 1 round, because round 4 is the first round of actual hammering, because last round he picked it up and got it in place. So 1 round of hammering should take if he's exerting. Alright, he has 1 in 6 progress, right? So if he is forceful, successfully forceful, it would count as 2 rounds of progress. So he's it's 1/6 the way in, right? Needs 5 more strikes, possibly. SHALBROSE, of course, pushed the mantlet forward. Was told by HEBI to fall back. HEBI got down, so SHALBROSE steps over HEBI, or SHALBROSE steps over, yeah, HEBI, I guess. That's kind of painful, but yeah, it doesn't kill you. So he just steps over her, and then of course, AMBAF, of course, has nowhere else to go. He pushed the mantlet as far as forward as he could. MAGNI's directly behind him, and the rest of the retainers kind of just pile in, right? Waiting their turn to die. Alright, SCHWANZ, you're outside.
Yep.
What were you doing? You're just waiting, right?
I'm waiting. Yep.
Alright. I think that's the end of round 4. So round 4 has been completed, so let's declare actions for round 5. It's almost been a minute of combat. Right, so YVLON.
Oh, TM, you missed someone.
What did I miss?
Oh, SHALBROSE, never mind, you got her.
Alright. YVLON, what's your move this round? You want to keep pushing against the wall or something else?
Yeah, I keep pushing against the wall.
Okay, RELC will do the same. DEMEANA just want to keep firing blindly into the crack, hoping to get something.
Sure, if anyone wants to hit me, flame me on, I'll put in there.
That would be very good, actually. SILYS, she's preparing to sling a stone in there. She's asking for siege equipment, but I don't know if you got it.
I don't have anything for me.
Okay,
But
so you're just gonna stand
what
around.
I'm going to do, I
Okay.
am going to help, how to say, VLON by pushing on her.
Pushing on him as he pushes into the wall.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, this is what some people
Pile against it.
pile against essentially the weight of two people put the weight of 2 people on it.
I suppose you could, but at that point, if that wall breaks through, so YVLON's hitting the deck, right? Because your weight would drive him forward, right?
Fair enough.
You still want to do that? It might be a bit reckless.
I won't do that. I'll just stay back.
Okay, you think about it.
Yeah.
Samuel holds a line to the east. He's going to be receiving more fire. ALFRED continues to hammer the spike. It sounds like, right? HEBI, do you want to advance? You just got stepped on.
Yep, I'm ready to start pushing the wall to the west.
Alright, move forward to push the wall toward the west for round 5. AMBAF just stands by. SHALBROSE fell back as ordered. And everyone else is just choked up outside, not doing shit, right? SCHWANZ, do you have an action?
And as I push the wall forward, I say, everyone behind me, back up.
Alright, SCHWANZ, do you have an action? Very well. Alright, so for round 5,
Oh, wait, I was muted.
we'll start with
I was
YVLON.
muted.
I don't think you're gonna do anything anyway, it sounds like, so.
I was gonna take the axe off my belt and get the pickaxe out of the cart.
Okay, sure, you're working on that. Alright, YVLON, you're pushing against that weak wall. Force doors. What's your strength?
16.
Nice. The southern wall of the west has collapsed, right? He's pushed it forward, it finally gives in and becomes just a pile of rubble instead of a wall, right? So it's just you push against it, lean against it, and eventually just cracks and tumbles on itself, right? So it becomes no longer a cobblestone wall, but a cobblestone or pile, I guess, pile of rubble. Cobblestone rubble. Alright, and as that wall is pushed down, right, we reveal the positions of the enemy just standing there, right? So,
Oh, they're just right there.
Do I have a lineup?
Holy shit, my dude. What the fuck?
these ones
Oh
are
my
shooters
God.
that have been shooting through the wall or the crack. These two. It's a melee. The dark ones are melee guys. Oops. Alright, so they're all ready for you. You push through, and as soon as you push through, you receive enemy fire, right? Well, we already received one shot. Let's see. That was a 19. That went through the crack, possibly into DEMEANA, actually, as she was firing it back. Through the crack as well, blindly. She didn't hit anything, but she got hit. She took 2 damage, right, in the line of fire. Unless our shield guys protected her, but they were pushing the wall. They were busy pushing the wall. Right. She had cover from their
Finally,
bodies,
thank you.
but 19 still might be a hit. Yeah. So it was a pretty high roll. Okay, let me check your armor class real quick before you get killed. There's a chance you might not get killed.
They have 0 armor, no dex bonus.
Alright, let me double check. So, the enemy has a +4 to hit
Come
because
in.
you're a large target, but then it's a narrow crack, very hard to hit you, right? And you've got cover, right? So that's -4 to hit, so that doesn't count toward anything. They have fighting skill. Yeah,
It's range.
we're in daylight. We got some daylight maybe from outside. It's ranged, yeah. Okay. Overall, I think yeah, it's a hit. Yeah. So yeah, that probably killed you. I think DEMEANA only had 2 hit points. You took 2 damage. So Therefore, you're at 0. You get a saving throw versus death to stay conscious. If you fail, you're unconscious. So here's your save. DEMEANA passed. She's still
Please roll it
conscious.
for me.
Unfortunately, you didn't die. And you took a hit to the head, so I guess you lose an eye, right? Which one? You can pick.
Right eye.
You lost your right eye, your shooting eye, I guess. Let's see. So, notes, disabilities. Unless someone stops that bleeding, you will die in a single round, right? So you're bleeding out from your face.
Don't stop it.
Disabilities,
Don't any of you fuckers stop it or I'll kill you.
bleeding, right eye. Okay. She is dying. She is down. She is not unconscious though. She feels the pain. She's maybe just letting it happen, right? She gets lower drained to T0. She loses half her maximum hit points, and since it was I, we're gonna lower her dex to half, so 6. Right. So she's like, fuck, just let it happen or something, right? Maybe maybe someone will
This is
save her,
my
maybe
fate.
not. Right. She just got shot in the face, standing in the line of fire. She was firing at them too, but she missed. Yeah, she had a +4. No, she had no bonuses actually, technically. So, next up, wouldn't apply.
Demeanor, I'll be mowing your lawn tonight.
That wall is pushed in. YVLON, as you push that wall forward, would you like to immediately enter melee or something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
I back up a bit and enter melee to be in line
Back
with
up.
RELC.
Then RELCA's still got a wall in his way. Let's see, did he push his wall forward? Nope, his wall's still sturdy. Alright, so as you back up,
Yeah, but
the enemy see you, a heavily armored cleric. They move in around the wall to protect their shooters, but they just move in into melee. And you start stabbing at them with your spear in close quarters. Here's your stab. Missed. And they go in, they try to just overwhelm you with their body weight at this point. Slam into you, right? They have to get contact, they have to get a grip on you. Let's see if they can. Very
yeah,
high
but
chance.
I back up.
Alright, they all got a grip on you for sure. And that's normal force, so 180 pounds against you. So let's see if you can exert the force back. You counter the force. Yep, so you're able to hold your ground, right? So they enter a grapple with you, they push against you. Fortunately, you're able to hold your ground that time. So it's a stalemate. Let's see.
Yeah, I yell RELC for help,
There's no line of
maybe.
stabbing for him, right? No line of sight. Unless you fall back, which you are falling back actually.
Yeah, I fall
So.
back. Yeah.
As they push against you into a grapple, right? You're just kind of falling back, and RELC gets a stab in there from the flank. He waits for a moment to get a skewer. He misses the first. And he gets his spear stuck in the rubble as he stabs toward them. It gets stuck in the rubble, so his spear is stuck. Weapon malfunction. Alright,
Oh man.
so spear stuck. In that case, I'll just do STK. STK spear. Stuck spear. SILYS, if you want, you can step to the side, east side, and kind of start thrusting between RELC and YVLON, right? As the enemy's grappling.
Try instead pull back YVLON.
With your free hand?
Look,
He's on a grapple right
yeah,
now.
for him.
Okay, so you're just going to pull him off his feet?
No,
Or just pull him back?
I'm pulling him back.
Okay, so you're pulling him back so he can't stand sturdy. So therefore, I mean, let's see if you can't even move him. Because you're technically, to move his body, you have to grapple him to yourself. And you basically auto hit him from the back, right? He can't really defend himself. There's like only a nat 1 you might miss somehow. He might shrug you off. Alright, so you got a grip on him. And you force doors him to pull him back, right?
Alright, let me roll.
And, okay, go ahead.
Find my D6.
I don't think it matters. We don't even fucking need a roll for something like that. It's a waste of time. Right. There's literally little to no risk. YVLON, you feel SILYS grabbing on you. He's trying to pull you. Are you gonna resist him? Or are you gonna let it happen?
No, I let it happen and try to balance myself.
Well, if you balance yourself, then you're resisting, right? Because he's pulling you.
No, I let him. Yeah, I let him.
Okay, so he pulls you back, right? He's not trying to bring you to the ground. He's just pulling you back. But because he pulls you back, right, you're not able to keep them off of you because you're being pulled back. So they just at this point they all have a grip on you. So he's got to pull the weight of 3 other kobolds, right, that are gripping you and pulling. It's a tug of war. It's a tug of war pretty much. So SILYS, your force doors check. You're able to. Okay, yeah. I guess now it matters. What did you get on your D6?
Alright, well, let me roll it then. I rolled a 2.
Very well. Alright. So you're able to exert 320 pounds of force. But surely you're able to start pulling YVLON, who weighs maybe 160 and on top of his gear, and he's not resisting you, so it's not 320. So 160 his own body weight, and his gear probably weighs about 60 pounds or something. So you can pull him back for sure, except you can't because he's got 3 other kobolds on him, which that means it's impossible for you to drag him out. Because these guys are also pulling, it's just a stalemate, and in fact they were winning the stalemate, right? So he gives up on pushing back against them, and they're pulling him in. That means they're pulling you forward too.
So
it's a tug of war.
So DM, technically it's 2 versus 3 because they're both fighting against the kobolds.
Yeah, true.
It's not 1 against 4, it's 2 against 3, and they're both stronger than individual kobolds.
Alright. I don't know why you're interrupting. That's not the case right now. I literally asked YVLON if he's gonna let SILYS just pull him back, and he said yes. Alright. The enemy are exerting force from the west. They're pushing east against YVLON, right? YVLON was originally forcing them back. So YVLON was pushing west, right? If he pushes west, he's resisting SILYS, right? SILYS is trying to pull him east, right? So he's no longer resisting, right? He's no longer pushing west. Because if he wants to move back, he's moving east.
No, I was pulling east.
Alright, just let it continue.
The enemy were trying to push YVLON to the ground, so they were exerting eastward against him, right? So YVLON, if he didn't want to get pushed down, originally he was pushing to the west. Now SILYS is pulling him east, so YVLON didn't want to push west. That means he automatically gives in to the enemy's push. That means the enemies automatically win their push because he's moving east, right? They want him to go east. YVLON's not pushing back. He gave in to SILYS' pull. SILYS pulling him east. Does that make sense? So SILYS pulls him east, but because SILYS pulls him east, he doesn't have enough force. So he does have a force to pull YVLON a little bit. He's got a grip on him. He pulled him off his feet a little bit, but the enemy want that to happen. They were literally trying to push YVLON off his feet eastward, and they succeeded, right? So YVLON's off his feet. YVLON's dragging him, but then now they're starting to pull on him, right? Now that YVLON's on the ground, right, or no longer has got a good footing because they pushed him, right? They pushed him as he was moving eastward, right? So he falls over against SILYS, and SILYS trying to pull him out of there, right? And now they're trying to pull him. So now it's a tug of war, and RELC was trying to stab him in the back, and he got his spear stuck in the rubble, right? And also not just that, but you're not even there basically, HEBI. You're behind a mantlet, right? Why does that matter to you, right? So let's not interrupt the turn, right? We're in combat, right? So you're gonna lose your turn for that. So you're thinking about it. You're spending your round thinking about the physics behind their pushing and pulling, right? SILYS, as you were busy pulling, it's Samuel. He's getting shot up. He gets 2 shots coming his way. It's just blind fire, by the way. Okay, so nothing hits him. ALFRED, hammering the spike in. He's got 2 rounds in there. Let's see, exert it. Okay, so yeah, you got like 5 more rounds to go, or 4 more rounds to go before it's like completely hammered in, right? If you want to just halfway spike it, that's fine too, I guess. But right now the spike is
Yeah, I'll do the halfway, and then
okay, so you got 1 more round.
I'm gonna turn around.
So
yeah, or yeah, I'll do the halfway. I'll finish up the last round, and then
yeah. All right, so that means just 1 more round. So at round 7, you're free to do whatever you want. So you have round 5 and round 4 was spiking, and you need round 6 to spike to get halfway in. So it'd be half spiked into the wall. All right. And then, of course, AMBAF is just standing around. The rest of the retainers are just standing around. Let's see. Any of you out here want to take an action? SCHWANZ, you want to take an action for round... Or what were you doing for round 5? You're switching out your gear, right? So, round 5, you put your bow right...
out my axe for pickaxe.
Okay. You went into your cart to pull out a pickaxe?
Yep.
Alright, let's see. So, some record keeping. Alright. Hand cart, there's the pickaxe. So you are pulling the pickaxe out and you're putting your axe away. Let's see.
Yep.
Okay, so pickaxe. Okay. We'll replace the holstered wood axe. Now you've got a holstered pickaxe instead. The wood axe goes into the cart. Right. That is it. Okay. Round 6. Alright. We are 2 hours into our game, so let's take a small halftime break. 5-minute break. I'll see you guys in 5. And then we'll continue.
Yeah. Alright, I made stupid conclusions. I do apologize. Yep.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
thought it
maybe RELC can like grapple them with the push. What, shield bash? Hopefully.
no.
Yeah, now what you gotta do, bro, since he's on the ground and they're trying to pull him, let him go. They're gonna struggle to drag him anyways. We have RELC there, who's a fighter, who can probably kill one off, and then you could probably kill the second one.
The
Right,
three kobolds.
Get
The three
out.
kobolds.
You
They're not helpless, but they're there's another term for it.
No,
out.
hold on, listen. The kobolds are helpless because they're holding on to him. They can't defend themselves.
Yep. So
Well-
just kill him quick, so that she doesn't get grabbed and you don't get grabbed. Just kill him.
Well,
Boom.
Yeah.
An issue here is that we can't back the fuck out.
Yeah, Alfred's in
Yeah.
the way, and Samuel needs to.
No,
No,
I can't back out
you
regardless.
guys are.
The walls are right there, bro. The walls are right there. I can't back out.
There's a space between the wall and the one character, bro. There's a space you can squeeze between.
Just move the wall. Rotate the wall 90 degrees.
There's only one wall in there. I
There's
can go
two.
past it. It's a 5-foot
No.
wall. No, there's
But you
not.
see, there's a gap between them. You can go between them.
No, bro. There's a player in the way.
Yeah, I know. Alfred needs
Yeah.
to get the fuck out of the way.
He's
He's standing
unconscious.
there.
You're right there. You're blocking that space in between.
No, I'm not. There's a space right there. You can squeeze between my character and the wall. I can go
Bro,
squeeze to the left.
Right now that there's darkness to the east, I need to finish these spikes so I can get that log in here to defend us from the east. That's what I'm doing.
Get the wall there, blocking the east, and then you can finish
just-
putting your spikes in. Easy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right now, we're waiting for Samuel to die because he's taking multiple attacks. All it takes is a nat 20
Samuel,
or two.
I'm not worried about Samuel. Samuel can tank it, and they're in darkness, so they're shooting at disadvantage. He's
Doesn't
there to
matter.
protect
They
everybody
get
else.
a nat 20, then he dies. It's just a matter of time to roll a nat 20.
Bro, okay,
That's why
they have
that's
to roll
why,
a nat
hold
20.
on. That's the reason why the walls go first, so that people aren't getting attacked. Walls are.
Okay,
And
the
then you
thing
can
was,
hammer
the
stuff
walls
in
were
between.
supposed to come in after the thief, right? The walls were
Yeah,
supposed
but
to come in
everyone
after
was
the thief.
not listening and not paying attention.
Yeah, so Samuel's my retainer. Don't worry about him. He's fine. I know what table
Okay.
points are. Even if they hit him with the nat 20, the worst he's gonna take is fucking 3 hit points of fucking damage, right? If he takes 4, then he can back out. It's no problem.
All right. So what we need is Relic to go south, block that wall. I'll move the wall up to the. So I'm gonna. What?
Retainer. Retainer. He's a retainer.
Yeah, Relic needs to head south to block that doorway. I'll move the wall east, free up room, and then people can Relic can deal with those kobolds.
Yeah.
You know?
Can a shield bash hit 3 kobolds at the same time? I have that question. Can a
No,
shield
with
bash?
the spear, Relic can hit. Relic can spear two kobold.
No, it's
At
only
one time.
no. His spear is malfunctioning. It won't work. It's useless. So can he shield bash 3 kobolds?
Probably
No,
not.
you could probably do one.
You won't auto die unless a 4th kobold comes in. So what you need is you need Relic to block the way so I get the wall up so that we can then help protect you.
Yeah.
Once Relic blocks the way, they can't get past it.
Yeah, stop doing, stop hammering the things and pushing the walls. Come
Yeah, the
defend
best
me.
thing to do right now is Relic to go straight south and block the door so
Mhm.
another kobold doesn't come in and kill you. And then we
Well,
can
here's
deal
the
with the
thing, what
three
if-
that are out here.
What if they grapple
Yeah.
him? There
So,
are more
Silas,
grappling.
The wall
can
will be
you
heading.
attack him?
Wall,
And Alfred, too? Can you attack the kobolds? Stop fighting. So Silas will go to the north of the kobolds, and Alfred will go to the northeast of the kobolds and attack them all.
Get the walls
Why?
out of here so
Why
we
am I
can
responding?
fucking move.
walls are not going to be moved out of here in one round. It's going to take a minimum of 3 or 4 rounds. The wall
That
is
can
heading
Just
west.
we need
The
to
wall
push
is
the
heading
walls.
west. The wall is
But
heading
that looks
west.
like- My
I will
God.
get the room clear for you guys to do stuff. Okay, the wall's heading west. I don't care if Relic's in the way or not. I will push him up against that wall if I have to. But you better head
that's
south.
We're gonna have to push in, Ash. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, we have to push in. Because we're being fucking forced into, because...
Yep.
Oh, they
Because
thought it was a good idea.
you guys were not smart and you guys did not let the walls go first.
All right, Heavy, can you help pull me while the kobolds are pushing me?
I've got the
and
wall.
don't-
I can. I have to push the wall
Why
west
are
and then
you
I have to
on
push
the
it
wall?
south.
First of all, I didn't
Yeah.
notice that. Why
Yeah,
are you on the
Because
wall?
the
I have
people are
recording
dumb
for
with the walls, and I know what I'm doing with the walls. That's why the wall should have been
I'm
first,
gonna
because I
die.
know what I'm doing.
All right.
I'm dealing with the wall. You guys deal with the kobolds. Relic moves south.
All right, gentlemen,
We'll
the
try and
break
get
is
this
over.
fixed.
Let's get back into it.
Yeah, Rel can go.
Yep.
We need at least 3 people against the
So,
kobolds.
it is about to be round 6, but
So
before
Silas-
round 6 begins,
Okay,
the
I'll
enemy
be clear
also
up, Chuck,
pushed from
Chuck.
the south, right? So before round 6 began, they didn't understand around. More reinforcement arrived while Ralph was busy having a spear stuck in there. Or as he got his spear stuck in there, 2 more charged him and tried to take him down. Actually, a few more did. We'll see. So these 2 moved in there. This one moved in. Yeah, so they like grabbed onto Ralph and started pushing him into the wall. And let's see if they succeed at this. Alright, so easily they got a grip on him, naturally. And then they got 120 pounds of force. As they're holding him against that wall, trying to encumber him, trying to keep him there. They've encumbered him, so 120 pounds doesn't encumber him, but he can resist. Right, he tries to resist. Let's see, make sure they can actually fit in here. So he's only able to exert his normal amount of force, which is 160. So he is encumbered, and a third one comes in there and finishes him off. Right, so all it takes is once you're encumbered, right? Because he already was carrying probably like 60 pounds of gear. So 120 pounds would put him 180, which is over 160, which is encumbrance, or heavily encumbered, or over encumbered, and therefore he's helpless. And as he's held down by 2 enemies trying to break free, another one comes in and just
I'm gonna
finishes him
interrupt
off.
right now, and
So
I'm gonna lose my turn. It's
Oh.
totally fine.
stabs him
Why
in
are
the
the
throat.
monsters going first if every single round we've been going first? Why do
I
they
just
suddenly
said
get
this
to
is
go
what they
first?
did in round 5, before round 6 began. They didn't
You
just
said we
stand
were on
there.
round 6 just now. Yeah. You said we were on starting round 6, and then you said these.
When I
guys
got
would
back
be-
from this fucking break, I said I forgot to make them move. We know what we did, but they didn't get to finish their move. I said this is what they did during round 5, because they didn't take a move during round 5. They were supposed to. So did you not? All right, you lost your move as
I
well
must not have
again.
heard that.
I said that. Okay, whatever. So, I said as round 5 was coming to an end before round 6, these guys also pushed in from the west, right? They didn't just stand there and watch you guys figure this shit out, right? They were also taking action along with these guys, along with their reinforcements for arriving on the scene. But they're not telling you. They're not openly saying, "Hey guys, look over here. Look at what we're doing." Right? They're just doing it, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. Let's see.
Is my character has my character fell down? Because I don't think it fell down. He just is standing, and I heard that he resisted the the force of the kobolds and still standing down. I still standing up.
So you were pulled back by SILYS, and the kobolds had their grip on you, and they were trying to push you originally, right? So if you're pulled back by SILYS, you're no longer exerting force against the kobolds. They pushed you with a total force of at least 180 pounds. So you've been pushed to the ground. SILYS assisted in their push because he pulled you. That means you gave up the force that they were using to push you. Earlier, you were exerting force to not get pushed down. Their job, these three kobolds were trying to push you down, right? Because you weren't pushing back against them, you allowed SILYS to pull you back. You no longer were exerting force against them. So they pushed you to the deck, right? And took advantage of you, right? Or have the advantage now and are about to finish you off, right? A level 3 cleric. It happens to the best of us, right? We lost a level 5 cleric to grappling the other day. Or not 5 level 5 fighter to some zombies who did the same thing, right? Doesn't matter if you're level 9, level 10, level 3, level 5. If you're one knight against 10 peasants, you're probably gonna die, right? Let's see.
Yeah, but SILYS can still attack the one that plans to kill me. So there's
Yep.
that.
Yep.
There's
He still has a
still
chance to save you, but if he doesn't make the right move and something else happens, then something else happens, right? And he doesn't save you. Right.
No, you can still save me. No
Yep.
problem.
DEMEANA has bled out to death, by the way. Or she's about to bleed out to death this round. So she was shot in the eye the other round, right? She's probably dead already. She's good as dead. Round 6 is beginning now officially. So the official round 6 begins. And what happens is we've got, starting with, we're going to declare actions. Starting with our RELC here, who has died, actually. They have held him down and stabbed him in the throat. Held him against that wall and just ran a dagger through his throat, right? So, skip RELC, skip DEMEANA. She's also dead. She bled out. YVLON, you can try to resist this round. You can try to break away, right? If you exert enough force, you might be able to fight them off of you. So that's all you can really do in the grapple. Okay. SILYS, do you want to slash through them with your polearm or something else?
Yeah, I am going to cleave through them.
Okay, very well. Samuel will hold the line to the east. ALFRED, do you want to finish spiking the spike into the wall? You have one more round to go.
I'm gonna
spiked.
I'm gonna tell Samuel to engage since they're blind at the east.
Okay.
And I will finish this turn of getting that spike halfway in, and then I'll
Next round, yeah. All right, HEBI, you're skipping around, and then because you were thinking about the fact that, hey, how did all these kobolds get here, right? And then of course AMBAF just stands there and does nothing. And MAGNI, do you want to?
I'm ordering.
Is there any way I could squeeze through the palisade? Or is that a wall? A little palisade? What is that?
No, there's no gap right here. HEBI and the manlet are in the way. Right. So you can move into this space here, though. You can squeeze past SHALBROSE. That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
SCHWANZ, do you have a move out here?
I want to order AMBAF out of the way so other people can get in there.
Okay. The other guys are just standing around, waiting their turn. Okay. Alright, so what actually happens for round 6 is, it begins off with immediate melee, or missiles, possibly. Yeah, missiles. So, it began with immediate missiles. These guys have brought YVLON to the ground, right? And these guys climbed onto the rubble and are firing at SILYS, who receives enemy fire from the west as he's about to slash through the enemies to his west. And none of those guys possibly hit. Well, he doesn't have a shield though. Let's check out his armor. Hopefully he has some decent armor on. Alright, he's got really good armor on. The stones have no effect against him. Possibly though, there are some stray rounds that go past him. Particularly any score that is below 9, right, doesn't hit him. So the 7 completely missed and possibly hit ALFRED, who's in the line of fire. Who's in the middle of spiking a wall. Or, yeah, spiking a spike into the wall. Hammering a spike. That's a 19 with all bonuses applied, back shot and everything. He is hit from behind. while he's hammering his
Wouldn't
spike.
okay, but wouldn't it be negative since I have an ally in front of me?
Yeah, so the cover
That's also-
bonus.
Is there not like a wall? Is there not like a wall right there too?
Are we gonna question this and figure this out, or are we gonna just let it happen? Because if you just question it and think about it, then you just move, right? So,
I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit.
all right, listen here. +4 from their fighting skill, +4 from rear attack, -4 because SILYS is in the way, right? Overall, though, it's still gonna be a hit more than likely. Okay, let's see Alfred. Let's check out his armor. You have good armor on. He's got a heavy helmet at least. He's got a gamson. His shield wasn't affected. So, yeah, he's hit, clearly. Right? So, we could have spent 5 minutes debating whether or not he got shot, or he could just take 1d2 damage, right? So, let's see. Alright, 1 damage. You're fine, right? Alright, I would understand if you want to argue it, right? If it's clearly wrong, or you clearly are about to die, then maybe it's worth it. But I don't think it's worthwhile to spend 10 minutes debating or not you got shot in the back of the head for 1 damage, right? Or 0, right?
You're right. You're right.
So, it's up to you guys if you guys want to argue it, right? And lose your
That's
action
why I
as
said
well.
I'll just take it.
Yeah, alright, very well. Let's see. HEBI lost his action that round for round 6. AMBAF started to fall back. MAGNI just moved forward, and the rest of the guys stood around and did nothing.
Pulling the wall out as well with him.
What was that?
Like, well, AMBAF was pulling the wall out with him if he was retreating.
Oh, okay, very well. Just pulling the wall out. Okay, and of course, immediate melee. So for immediate melee, what actually happened was, so we did missile fire, but in the immediate melee, it's SILYS slash with his polearm, and the enemies stabs with their daggers and such, right? They have held YVLON down to the ground. SILYS swings on them with his polearm, but small arms go first, right? Technically, they have initiative, right? So, let's see. Starting with these guys here, they already killed RELC, so they're on the move to the next target. The 3 that are already on YVLON, right? YVLON's down. He's trying to break free. If YVLON can't break free and resist, they got him killed, right? So YVLON is gonna do a force doors check. You want to roll in the dice roll since this is a vital roll for you, or do you want me to roll on the board?
No, you can roll for me.
Okay. So if you can't pass this force doors check, it's kind of game over for you. 3. Alright, you passed. So you exert 320 pounds of force. They are not able to keep you down then, right? And therefore you're able to resist them. They didn't render you helpless, right? It's your 320 pounds of force. Prone though, when you're prone you're even less effective, right, in a grapple. Yeah, so they're on top of you. You got 320 pounds potential force. And they, on the other hand, they have to do their force doors check too. And they're trying to beat 320 pounds. Each of them are 60, right? Okay, 2 of them are 120 in this case. That's 240 plus the 60, so that's 300 pounds exactly. So it's 320 versus 300. You are winning, right? You don't overpower them, but you're able to resist them, right? So they're able to exert 300 pounds against you. You're able to exert 320. So there's a difference of 20 pounds roughly. So, all right. So basically, yeah, you're resisting them. And
Can SP have his turn?
SILYS, of course, is going to slash through them.
Yep.
Do you want
Slash into them.
just 2 targets, or do you want to go
All
try
3
on
of
3?
All 3 of them.
It's even less
They're
effective with 3.
grapplers, and I have.
Okay. Sure. You want to take
They're
the...
grapplers. I have fighting skill.
Alright, roll 3d20s.
Alright. My first roll. That is a 12 to hit.
Okay, second roll.
I do have bonuses. That is a 16.
And third roll.
My last one. What's another 16?
16? Okay. So as your blade cuts to the first one, right? You said it was a 12. So with bonuses and penalties
And I'm
applied,
taking my fighting skill.
you're using your fighting skill, right? So it negates the small size of the monster, right? So it's just a 12 to hit. And then your strength bonus. What's your strength?
It's 10, but also remember the grapplers.
Yep. So they were grappling YVLON. Okay. You're swinging. YVLON is technically in the way of your swing as well, right? So you definitely,
You said she was okay.
because he's resisting, right? So,
Fair enough.
all right. Yeah, you will slash through the first one, but I don't know if you can slash through the next ones, because at that point, yeah, unless YVLON just let them pin him down and stayed prone, right? Then you could. But I'm pretty sure he's trying to keep them off of him, so he has to get up. Because if he stays prone, they automatically win, right? When you're prone, you're susceptible to die. So he's getting up, so he's not fucking gonna get pinned. You're gonna hit the first one, I think.
I mean, I'm like crouched, right? So he can hit too, I think.
No, that wouldn't be physically possible. With a slash, that wouldn't be possible. The half of his pulling would bump into you, right? As he swings down on these small creatures, right? Because if you're crouched, you're the same height level of these small creatures, right?
Okay. One's good enough for me.
All right, so he slashed through one of them, right? I think. Item class of 7. He scored a 12 with bonuses applied. There was no bonuses applied. They were grappling. Okay, so yeah, that's a hit. So he definitely kills one for sure. But his original target was 3, so he only dealt a third of his damage roughly, or 25% damage. And yeah, he was intending to slash through all 3 of them, so he stopped halfway though, right? Realizing YVLON was getting up, right? Not just gonna lay there and die, right? Because the grapple, if you're the one prone in the grapple, you're the one losing, right? The grapple typically.
Yeah.
So.
I'm fighting skill over them.
Right.
And they're small.
So SILYS slashed through one, stopped slashing after the first one, and then of course, that's probably enough damage anyway, because the pull arm deals 1d12 slash. Double when of course they're small, and then of course halved and halved. So he dealt about a d6. He did 1 damage to this guy. Did he survive it?
I rolled damage.
Okay, roll 1d6 for damage. Alright, you killed him. Alright, so as he kills that one, these guys come in running.
I back away a bit too.
Yep, so you were able to push them off you. You start to get up, but as you get up, more of them pile in on you, right? You got 1, and then, you know, your action was to push them off. Their action is to push you down, right? So you push them off, these 2 at least, right? But then these 2 come pushing down against you. This guy comes slamming in on this guy, just throwing their weight against you, right? Same with this one. So yeah, they just start bodying you with their sheer weight and mass. And in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one person, just piling in on him. They're all very vulnerable to be killed, but by anyone else who's outside of the grapple or melee. But with 5 of them, that's a minimum of 300 pounds, because they're each 60, so 5 times 60 is 300.
I'm going to interrupt again. They have to make grapple checks. They don't automatically succeed.
Yeah, and SILYS can hit, I guess, since he's a slow. Polearm is a slow weapon.
Yeah.
You're a good DM. I don't like to do that.
You want to interrupt again? Very well. Yeah, they pretty much automatically hit. I don't know why we have to roll for this, but sure. Alright, they all hit. And then, of course, yeah, because naturally, it's just rolling against armor, unarmored armor class, and then with all the bonuses already applied, right? So, yeah, and then of course if he's already in a grapple, it's a +4 again, right? So they just fucking, they're not even trying to grab him. They just have to throw their weight against him. At that point, it's just pushing. You don't have to roll to push, right? You have to roll to grapple sometimes if you need to get a grip on them, especially if you're trying to pull or push. But if you're just throwing your weight against them at that point, while everyone else is on them, it's just body weight, right? So they're just piling in. 5 of them piling on YVLON, right? Okay.
And then Samuel is engaging to the west, right, DM, with his spear? Because that's what I told him last. I
Yep.
told him to do that.
Yep. Okay. I was getting to that. I just didn't get to that yet because we were still finishing this, and we had to discuss the fact that
Oh, okay, no, sorry. No,
YVLON has
just want
fucking
to,
been piled on.
confirm.
Good to go. All right. So yeah, these guys were back here just getting in position to shoot or advance. They're not telling you what they're doing, and I'm not going to move them all the time. But Samuel, of course, was told by ALFRED to push ahead into the darkness. He had to make a morale check. And let's see, what's your charisma?
No. I said to the west, not the east.
Oh, the
I
west.
told Samuel to engage to the west. Yeah.
Okay. All right. In that case, that's something he might be willing to do. So he turns around. Enemies are firing blindly at him from the east. And well, I think he refused your order actually. He's like holding, because he rolled an 8 and your charisma is 11, so he refused the order. He's holding the shield against the wall and says, "What about these guys?" Right? And 2 stones hit his shield pretty hard, and if he were to turn around, he would no longer have his shield facing the east and would probably get fucking pelted from the back, right? Backshot it. Of course, it's a blind fire, but if he's still in the line of fire, it's a good chance he might get hit still, right? So he's like just questioning your order basically. He doesn't exactly refuse it, but he questions it and doesn't take action immediately. And so you finish spiking the spike into the wall, so this spike is halfway spiked into the wall. So half.
Okay. If it's halfway spiked into the wall, then I'll switch out to my spear.
So that, yeah, half spiked. Or half hammered spiked, I guess. And you're switching to your spear at this point, putting your hammer away. Well, that's for next round, actually. Yeah. Can't do that quite yet. This round was spent hammering the spike. HEBI lost his action again. He's wondering how the enemies are just piling in on YVLON, right? And it's because there's so many of them just pouring out. Right. Magni, do you want to do anything for, or your plan for round 6 was just to move up, right? That was it. AMBAF was pulling the manlet out for round 6. Okay. Round 7.
Yeah, I think short field sees me. What will be done?
Can I move down?
On your
I want
turn,
to get into.
you can declare on your turn.
My bad.
We're declaring round 7 actions now. We're about to declare round 7 actions.
Oh, you,
So.
I thought you was going to the top. My bad.
Forgot to do the enemy turn. So for the enemy turn, yeah, so we did our turn, they didn't all do their turns yet. So these 5, of course, piled in on YVLON. This one here charged at SILYS, right, and stabbed at him with a dagger. Let's see if he can land a hit. He missed. Just stabs against your armor. And these ones came pouring in too. They're missile kobolds, but they're just gonna go into grapples.
Yeah, missile.
So they're moving in, looking for an opportunity to just push their weight against someone, right? All these guys have piled in on YVLON, and if YVLON can't escape them, he's gonna be executed next round. Let's see.
I don't think they're that.
You're gonna have to cleave through them, the masses. Okay. All right. Round 7 actions. So starting with YVLON, you just want to continue to try to break free. Earlier you tried breaking free, you started to get up, but then another group just started piling in while you guys were in mid grapple, right? So you were trying to push them, and then suddenly you were breaking
broke
it
free
down.
and back out a bit. So yeah, I'm still trying to break free.
Yep, still wriggling free. Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as you start breaking free last round, another group just started piling in, pushing the ones that were already on you onto you, right? So then now they're just on top of you, just piling in with their body weight. SILYS is trying to cleave through them for this round.
I'm like crouched, right? And they're
No, you're down on the ground again.
I'm crouched, right?
No, they pushed you. So just because you pushed 2 of them off of you last round, or 3 or whatever it was, right? The enemies are not just gonna say, "Oh, good job," right? No, the other ones pushed the ones that were already on you back onto you, and they pushed onto you as well, right? So as soon as you started to get back up, you went right back down, right? So they're like, yeah.
Right.
Does that make sense? The other guys behind them didn't
Yeah.
just watch you push their friends off. They moved in and pushed their friends back on you and got on you as well, right? So they weren't just like, good job, you got 2 of them off, we'll let you stand up now. No, they don't let you breathe at all. They're not, why would they let you breathe, right? They're just going to continue dogging you and piling in on you, right? Not giving you a chance to fight. So why would they give you a chance? They're the enemies, right? SILYS, do you want to just start cleaving through them or something else? For round 7.
Start cleaving through them.
Alright, Samuel is just gonna, he questioned Alfred. He didn't listen, right? He's scared, right? He's like, what about these guys?
I'm gonna tell. Fuck those guys. The threats to the west.
Okay. And then you tell him that this round. And what are you gonna do this round? Round 7. You finished spiking, right? You got half.
I'm sorry. I thought I had a spear. I see I have a morning star. I'll switch to. And I'll face.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Looks like the whole time you never had a spear, even though you said you did. Okay. Very well. Let's see.
Yeah, no, yeah, I thought I did, and I looked at it, and I didn't see it. I saw the morning star.
Yeah,
So I'll
just
do
take your
morning
word
star
for
and
it.
heavy shield.
Good to go. Thank you for correcting it. All right, so you're going to get your morning star out in a moment for this round, for round 7. And you said you're falling back as you get that out, or you standing your ground?
I'm standing my ground, and I'm facing west.
West. Okay. HEBI, round 7. What do you want to do?
All right. I'm gonna lift from the bottom of the wall. I'm tilting it forward and collapsing it southwest onto the kobolds.
Okay. What about the sand brick in your arms? You want to drop that?
No, earlier I dropped that and
Oh,
I
yeah,
went
okay.
and grabbed the wall. You
Sure.
never changed
Yep.
the equipment.
All right. So you're just gonna fucking lift the mantlet on top of them, right? Or on top of that one.
Yep, I'm dropping that. I'm collapsing it on top. Well, it's gonna go. It's a 10-foot tall wall and it's about 5
It's not
foot
10
wide,
feet
so it's
wall.
gonna go
It's
over a
not
few.
10 feet tall, brother. It's 5 feet.
Okay, it should be able to.
They
go
bought
over
the
a few.
small ones. Okay. Or you guys bought the small ones. All right. So you're just gonna push it over that one. All right. Magni, what is your move this round? Round 7.
I'm gonna
Just-
I'm gonna move to the right a bit so I can get to a firing line. Down right, diagonal.
Your down right is to your west, by the way.
The other way. Down behind Alfred.
You want to move southeast, so to your left.
Yeah, southeast. Yeah, southeast.
Remember, you're facing south, so your
And I'm-
left is southeast.
Yeah, I'm gonna head southeast and then I'm gonna see if I can get a
See if you can get a line of fire. Okay. You're moving southeast.
Yeah,
You're figuring out which way to go.
On.
All right. SCHWANZ, do you have an action from out here?
I can't really do nothing for right now.
All right. And same with all these guys. They just stand around, not sure what to do. Okay. All right. So for round 7, what actually happens? We'll start with any immediate melee. SILYS has a polearm. It is considered slow, right? Daggers and all that should be fast, right? YVLON tries to resist them. He's got like 3 of them on him, right? Maybe and the weight of others pushing in on him, right? So just crawling on him, throwing all their weight on him, just fucking piling, right? Piling on him completely. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
yeah, go ahead and roll 1d6. Force doors check.
5.
5. Where'd you roll it?
I just shared my screen on the Google Chrome dice roll.
Okay, very well. Well,
Total.
your strength is only 16, right?
Yeah.
So you have a 4 and 6 chance to pass. 1 through 4 is a pass, so you failed. All right, let's see. So you only exert 160 pounds. The enemy, of course, finished YVLON at that point. Samuel, of course, let me see if he obeyed Alfred's orders. He did not. He's like, let's get out of here, right? He's holding that line. He's taking fire. Nothing has hit. And they have killed YVLON at this point, right? The 3 that held him down continued to hold him down while the other one stabbed down into his like groin area and just spilled his...
I thought 5 of them were grappling me, so there's no one that attacks.
They don't need to all grapple you, right? Maybe they took 5 of them to grapple you the first time, but now that they're on you, if 3 of them grappled you, These three, of course, can looks like that's 240, right? So that's already enough, right? You're only able to do 160. So the other ones can let loose and just stab. So in this case,
Yeah,
it would be like
I think it was 2. I rolled like 2d6, and the total was 5.
you're supposed to only roll 1d6.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't know.
You rolled
I can share my
2d6.
screen. Yeah.
All right, roll again then.
All right. Roll 2.
All right, very well. You resisted them. Let's not make the same mistake, and next time, yeah. Okay. All right. So, fucking, you are able to push a force of 320 pounds instead. So on top of what you're already lifting, you got an extra 160 against them. So they felt that only 3 was needed at first, those 3 were able to put 240 on you. And you try exerting yourself, and you try pushing up 160 extra. And therefore, it just needs to require maybe 1 more to force doors on you. So that's an extra 60. So we're at 300. And you added 160 to your push and pull, right? Your force doors. So technically, you're not over encumbered at the very moment, unless if that 5th one holds you down. So that 5th one automatically succeeds then at holding you down. So none of them were able to attack you then. You wriggled and struggled, and because of that, they all had to use their efforts that round to hold you down. Because if any of them let loose, you would have not been helpless anymore, right? And while they were holding you down, SILYS, of course, at close range, just slashes through them, right? As they try to hold you down so that one of them can maybe finish you off. SILYS slashes at close range with the polearm. It's very ineffective at close range, right? It's slow and cumbersome, and almost ineffective, right? Against at least the one closest to you. So this guy can't even be hit, but the other guys beyond him could be hit. So you cleave through him. You're gonna attempt 3 again?
For now. No.
No?
I realize how not a very good idea, so I'm only going to attempt
2? Okay. So you automatically get half damage if you attempt 2.
Alright, that is a 13 on the first one.
Okay. How about the second?
Oh, my dice fell. And that is a nat 20.
Alright. You basically auto kill 2 of them. So you cleave those 2 dead. They die, of course. These guys are still piled in on YVLON, who is no longer helpless and starting to, of course, possibly stand. He still has all that weight on him, but he possibly might be able to stand back up. As that was all happening, SILYS, as you were slashing through him, I forgot, but this guy that was stabbing you was starting to pull you, right? So he started pulling. This guy moved in and started pulling you as well as you were in the middle of slashing. They have to roll to hit you, unarmored attack, or hit your unarmored armor class. One of them couldn't get a grip on you. You were moving too much or something. He couldn't get a good grip on you, but the other one did, and encumbered you for 120 pounds, right? At that point, you have to start resisting him, right? Possibly in your following rounds, but you got 120 pounds hanging on you, and so you're currently encumbered, right? Because 120 pounds added to your armor weight and everything is definitely well beyond 160 pounds, which is your currently your max encumbrance until you exert, right? Or until you forcefully lift or push whatever is you need to do to get them off. So one's pulling on you for 120 pounds of force roughly, and you're only able to exert up to 160. So he hasn't fully encumbered you, but he has slowed you down, right? So you're not helpless yet. Yep. Once he beats your encumbrance with this amount of weight, then you're helpless. All right. These guys here are moving up to try to get a grab, right? So that guy, this guy. As you cleave through those two and these guys held you down, YVLON, of course, at that point was no longer helpless, right? He was able to start moving at, or starting to get up, but before he could fully get up, another two just pile in on him, right? And the first one that piles in, joins in. Let's see if he
Can
can.
there be 7 in that space? I think that space cannot have like 2 kobolds at once.
You can have up to. I mean, kobolds are small, so.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there must be a limit.
And all they're doing is piling
Also,
in on you,
DM,
so they're getting on top of each other.
Not interrupting this time, just a question, because I don't understand. Did we skip my turn? Because I didn't say anything this turn yet. I gave you my action last turn and just waiting for you to do it.
No, he's making his way through.
Bruh,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's round 7 still. It's the same round. We're still resolving this current
Yeah.
situation.
How do you?
No one else is. Do you not understand the sequence yet? Alright. I describe the situation, or you know the situation you're currently in. Everyone describes their action. Once that happens, I have to resolve every action one at a time, but it all happens at the same time. Okay?
Okay.
I started
So
with
they
the
may
Southwest.
go
I've been
maybe-
doing that for the past like 7 rounds of combat, right? I've been making my way all the way up to the top. Melee goes
It kinda
first,
just rotates between sides, and I guess is what it's doing.
right? You're about to fucking push the
Rotates
mantlet over
between
him, right? But that's your melee. So, yeah, sure. It's gonna happen. We're getting to it. We were about to get to it. We're just finishing their
Okay,
move
sorry.
too, because we start from the west.
I
and
was just afraid that I'd be forgotten. That's all. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's see. If it happens again, I already told you guys, but if you interrupt and it's not your turn, and if I make a mistake, I'll reconcile, of course, and correct what should have happened. But if it isn't your turn and you interrupt, you're gonna lose your move. I already said this, right? I already gave this warning, so it's gonna happen, right? There's no more forgiveness or leeway, so that still will count as your action. You asked a question that is thinking in combat instead of acting, right? You were about to act, you were about to throw the mantlet over them, but you decided to think about, am I about to throw the mantlet over them? Alright, so, anyway, fucking all these guys piling on, they're just piling in on YVLON, right? Just covering him in their body weight and mass, right? SILYS already cleaved through about a couple of them, but as soon as he cleaved through a couple of them and replacements arrived and just pile in on YVLON, rendering him helpless again. So if he's not able to be saved again the next round, then it will be over for him.
Question.
Right. What's up?
Yeah. Could I have moved when I like beat them with the over encumbrance?
No.
Could I have moved?
No, you couldn't.
Okay.
You were
Thanks.
trying to. You could throughout the round, right, start to move at the rate of heavily encumbered, right? Because you exerted yourself in that moment, right? So you could maybe crawl away, right? So the idea is when you exert yourself, normal encumbrance allows you at the range of 80 pounds to 160 pounds of encumbrance allows you to move 5 feet per round in combat, or no, 10 feet per round in combat. But once you are past the 160 pound weight limit, we're no longer moving, basically, right? We're over encumbered. We're just pushing and lifting at that point. So technically, no movement is possible once you're over encumbered, and you're over encumbered once you're over your encumbrance limit. So that's what we have to do with forced doors to increase our encumbrance rate briefly, right? So that we might be able to move or take action. But that rate of movement.
I think Samuel has a lockdown.
Is definitely very slow. It's like 5 or 10 feet, right? So as you were trying to get back up, though, before you can get back up, more of them just arrived on the scene and just piled in on you. So they didn't just stand there and watch you get up, right? The other ones right behind them. As their friends are getting killed, they just quickly replace their friends. So before you can even get up after the friends are killed, you're just piled in on again, right? Make sense? So just because you're starting to get up doesn't mean that the ones behind them are gonna let that happen, right? They're not gonna like, oh yeah, let them get up first, and then we'll attack. No, they're attacking while you're getting up, right? So that's why they just replaced the guys that just piled in on you and got killed, right, by SILYS. So this round they did the same thing. They piled in on you, rendered you helpless, and next round, if they manage to keep you helpless though, and one of them is able to, they will finish you off, right? Unless SILYS continues to just cleave through them, right? So as soon as SILYS fails to keep cleaving through them, you're fucked, right? But right now, yeah, you're still alive because you're struggling. SILYS is still cleaving through them. But if anything like that changes, if you stop struggling, if SILYS stops cleaving, then it's over, right? Let's see. Alright.
What will Samuel do? He sees a lineup, right?
Alright.
Samuel's being a coward. He's not listening to me.
But again, because you are asking that question, I have to clarify. Technically, you're thinking now. You're thinking about how this should go, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, you're starting to lose
Just
focus,
short
right?
sentence.
Okay. So you I mean, you're already helpless, so you might as well think, right? You're just not even struggling anymore because you can't really do anything.
But I'm struggling. Yeah.
No, you're thinking now, right? So, you're just piled in and you stop struggling because you want to think about the situation, right? That's what you're doing. When you ask a question in the middle of combat, it's thinking. It's not acting anymore. Or it is an action. Thinking is an action, right? But it's no longer fighting back, right? It's thinking instead of fighting back. All right. Let's see. So SILYS was busy trying to cut through them, and as he was trying to cut through them, two of them grabbed on him and started pulling him, right?
Only one.
One of them got a grip on him, okay? Two of them tried, but one of them got a grip. And he starts to get slowed, right? He starts to feel the weight of their grab, right? That one pulled him for 120 pounds. In that case, he is currently encumbered until he starts to pull back against them next round. So he's entering into a grapple now, right? So next round he can start to resist. Samuel, of course, was questioning ALFRED and saying we should retreat, and didn't decide to spin around and took enemy fire, right? Which we already rolled. And then, of course, HEBI was throwing the mantlet over them, right? So HEBI grabbed at the other side of with the handle of the mantlet and lifted it over the enemy, right? The mantlet weighs 100-ish pounds. So YVLON lifts it over them, right, and just starts to slam it on top of that guy. And he can choose to fall back, right, and not get slammed on. He's not just going to stand there. He releases SILYS, sees that thing about a slam, right, it's being lifted. Instead, he kind of backs away. They all kind of back up and just slams forward, right, and that's it. Just bought SILYS some time. So SILYS, you're released from his grab, but the mantlet's been tipped over, right? And then, of course, MAGNI tried moving in there, but HEBI is in the way. Right, she was lifting the mantlet. There's no space here. It's only about a 1 or 2 foot gap, so you can't stand there. You could squeeze through there, but you couldn't comfortably stand there unless you want to just be squeezed in the crack and not be able to move. The rest of the guys are outside just hanging out. What's up?
Being not able to squeeze through or no?
Actually, didn't I say that HEBI was thinking this round? Right? Yeah. So, HEBI didn't actually lift the fucking mantlet then, right? So, she was thinking about it, but she didn't actually do it, right? Because she interrupted someone's turn again. So, mantlet actually didn't get pulled. That's right. That's a reconcile. So, the enemies are still grabbing on SILYS.
And then for my turn, I should have my shield out and the Morning Star now, right? Because I had announced
round
my
7.
last turn. Okay.
No, it is this turn. You announced that for your round 7 action. So, Morning Star.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna tell Samuel to engage and quit being a coward, or else he's gonna die in here.
All right, we'll see. Hopefully, he can listen to you for once. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. The orders you gave him was a risky order, so that's what he had a morale check. Either way, it's always going to be a risky order unless you retreat. Retreat is usually not risky. Alright, so we are running out of game time, and we are losing the battle. It looks like we have 2 casualties, about to be 3. It is now going to be round 8. You all are about to have a chance to declare your round 8 actions. But before we continue, do you guys want to keep pushing? We're at the end of game time. Otherwise, we can just call a retreat.
I want to order everyone out of the way of the entrance.
Alright.
We ran out of time for the assault, right? Morale is breaking, right? We're out of game time. So morale breaks, right? For your characters. Any further actions, since we're at the end of game time, have a -4 penalty, right? They're broken, shaking, right? Exhausted mentally. So if we take any further actions, -4, we're at 3 hours of the game. So do you guys want to retreat, or do you guys want to push? Oh, we shouldn't be pushing because we're at the end of game time.
Tree.
So yeah,
I am.
it's a retreat. We ran out of game time, right? You gotta bear in mind game time is a limiting factor too. If we can't
I
win
think
within the game time.
YVLON can uh can move over it. I think can move over CAVERN.
No, it's over for YVLON. It looks like if we're retreating, right? So, all right. The party calls for a retreat. The battle is lost.
Tried.
Your crew tried. It wasn't enough. Right? Maybe if you had one magic user here, you could have casted sleep on a lot of them. But I don't think your crew decided to hire on a single freaking magic user. A basic thing, right? Party balance. One of the most basic rules, right? Of D&D. Having a balanced crew. Right? You only had fighters in your team. Just one or two magic users could have just... And they were in light for the longest period of time, right? They were held up. The mantlets, a single magic user, a single grenade, a single flaming oil could have cleared them out, right? No. Some of us decided just to stand around and do nothing, right? Samuel was one of them, but he doesn't really count as a retainer, and you ordered him forward, so that's your fault, I guess, right? You sent a retainer instead of a PC.
Yeah, short kill.
So. Alright.
Yeah.
Very well, we lost a 3rd level cleric tonight because of our, whatever what happened, right?
I'm so
It happens. The crew retreats, the enemy take the position, and win the day, right? They even gained a mantlet. Let's see. Alright.
Yeah.
It is what it is. At least,
I've moved.
it could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse. Thanks for playing, gentlemen.
I have
I'll
a
see you at the next
question.
one. What's up, brother?
Why do the enemies move first, not us? And how does the grappling chance works? Is it like 1 in 2, or is it always happening? Because grabbing is an action and it's very hard. I remember that I used to roll for touching shadows, and I think that's not very hard. Why is grappling so effective for monsters?
It's effective for anyone, right? You're just relying on numbers at that point. So your first question was, why do the monsters move first? Is that your question?
Yeah. When the turn starts. Like,
It all happens simultaneously, but it goes down the initiative order, really. So, at what point were you concerned about them moving first?
No, so I think
Because it's
I
supposed
think
to all
the
be
thing was when,
simultaneous.
like,
It's all
the
simultaneous.
kobolds would pile onto him. I think the thing was when the kobolds would pile onto him, and then one of our guys would go and attack and kill the kobolds, and then before any of our other guys could do anything, more kobolds would move, and then we would go, and then they would move, and then we would go.
yeah.
So bear in mind, the polearm is a slow weapon. It's supposed to act at the end of the round anyway,
Yeah,
right?
No, that's not what
No.
I'm saying.
No, I get that with the polearm, but like, okay, so like, let's say for example, like I finished hammering my thing in, right, and I got my morning star out, and then I understand like one of our guys kept losing his turn, but like the other guys that we had that were moving in were taking longer to get in when they were trying to move in, to do anything because the kobolds kept going after like one of our guys would finish their turn.
Yeah, the kobolds are 2 times faster than us, and we are half as slow, I think.
No, because the initiative order is that typically missiles are first, and then melee, or it's immediate melee first, then missiles, movement, and then melee, right? Actual melee. That's movement to melee, and then movement to missiles, right? So when your guys, what guys were you concerned about being so slow? What guys? The guys moving into the
So
tunnel?
like, okay, so for example, if the kobolds had all piled in, right, and they were piling in on the cleric, and
Right.
there was a lot of kobolds in the way already, and if movement was going first, and then short range weapons, so like let's say daggers, because daggers and swords are faster than the quarterstaff, right? Because it's long range, it's longer. Um, if they had already done their movement, and a lot of kobolds couldn't move because they were already piled in, why were they moving after two of them would get killed if their movement had already been done?
They're moving to attack.
Yeah.
So it's
Melee
look.
doesn't come
All right.
first.
It's a 10-second round, right? The round began with immediate melee, not movement to melee. There's movement to melee after. You can move and then attack. But if you're already in melee, you attack before anyone else does anything, right? So typically, missiles are always first if there's no melee yet, right? But if melee's engaged, melee's first, okay? So typically it's missiles, right? Then it's movement, and then it's melee. Because a missile shooter can shoot before the movement closes. Then when movement closes, melee begins. But once there's already melee, melee goes first, if there's already melee. If you're not in melee, you would move later and then attack. Okay? So basically, when he was being grappled, when your guy cleaved through two of them, right, that was initial melee, right? Then we go into missiles, and then we go into movement, and then the guys who moved can melee, right? They don't just fucking move and do nothing after that. The guys to the west are not just going to watch their friends cleave. They all have an action too, right? So it's the same round, right? The guy that cleaved two kobolds, he would cleave them, right? They would die. Then what?
Okay.
They would just watch him? No. They fucking just keep pushing. That's it. He would cleave and they would just keep filling in.
No,
right? They wouldn't just say, oh, good job, you cleave. I won't move and attack you until next round, right? No, they're doing something. Everyone has an action, right? So his action isn't just to watch someone cleave. His action, because if everyone has a movement and attack, let's say this kobold has a movement and attack, right? And we killed one of his friends. He still has an action this round, right? Is he going to spend his round just waiting until next round to attack? Or is he going to opt, he's going to take an action this round too, right? The same round that his friend dies, he can still move and attack. Because he still gets an action, right? Everyone has an action. So, he just doesn't have the initiative. That's it, right? He doesn't have the initiative. Right. So, let's say MAGNI was the killer, right? So, MAGNI kills this guy, right? He still has an action. Just because he was in the way doesn't mean he's just going to stand there the whole round until the next round and then attack. He still can move and then attack MAGNI. The only thing is, he lost the initiative, right? MAGNI and this guy were already in combat, right? So MAGNI, of course, kills him, right? But this guy doesn't get this guy moves in after. He loses the initiative in the same combat round. He still can move and attack in the same round that his friend died, right? He doesn't just wait till the next round. Like, he doesn't just stand there and watch him die and then attack the next round. Does that make sense?
Okay, I was just a little confused on that, but that does make sense where you said it's range first, and then if there's melee, it's melee, then movement, then range. But that makes sense.
Right. It was all happening in the same round. It's just they decided to act later in the round. That's it. So it looks like they were acting first, but it's because we already took an action. Everyone has one action per round, right? So when you saw your guy get one attack and then the enemy's moving right after he attacked, it's because they didn't act yet. They have an action too. Everyone has an action every round.
Yeah,
so as your guy gets a kill, they all move and attack.
I was confused by that too, and that's actually why I lost the turn, because it's like, hey, don't forget me, please. And I didn't know that there's like 2 different melee times.
Yeah, some of them attack at the beginning of the round, some of them move to attack, right?
That's good to know. Yeah, that there's like a melee.
It's been like that.
Well, first it's range, and then it's melee. No, it's melee, then ranged, then move to melee, right? Is that right?
Yeah, because you can move and attack.
No melee, it's range.
Right? It wouldn't make sense if you just moved and then didn't attack until next round. That wouldn't be fair, right? You still get to attack the same round. So if you're already in melee, you're just gonna attack. You're not gonna move, right? So you have initiative. You're gonna attack. But let's say you're not in melee, right? Then you're gonna move and then attack. You can do that in the same round. Movement and attack is a possibility. It's always been a possibility.
So to make sure I understand it, it's an immediate melee, and then it's move and range.
Yeah, because imagine
move and melee.
Imagine this guy wants to move to melee, and these guys are in melee already. Is this guy gonna wait for his friend to get over here and join the melee, and then they attack at the same time? No. He's gonna be fighting this guy while his friend is making his way over. Right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
He's not saying, "Yo, wait up. let me get over there and then let's attack, right? No, fuck that. No, they're gonna keep fighting. Magni might kill him
It's
before
a
his
little
friend
bit
gets over
more
there.
complicated than I thought. Yeah, it makes more sense now.
My last
now that I know
question
there's
is, how does grappling chance work, and why do I not move after I remove the encumbrance?
Because the other guys piled in on you, that's why.
Like,
Okay, so we discussed this
yeah,
multiple
but
times. So
like,
you had
like remember when I had two
okay.
removed? Why can the nulls move, and I can't move while I remove them, the two of them?
So you had two of them on you, right? Let's say you had two of them on you because one
Yeah,
of them got killed, right? You win the grapple, which means
yeah,
that all that meant was that they're not encumbering you anymore. You're not encumbering them. You were able to resist them. They're the ones trying to push you down, and you're trying to keep them off you. So you have to exert enough force so that you're not encumbered. Encumbered means that you no longer have movement because you're over encumbered, right? And once you're over encumbered, you're helpless, right? You can't really fight back because you can't move anymore. They're holding you down, all of that nonsense, right? So if you're over encumbered, you can't move, right? And you're just opened up to be fucking executed, right? Especially if they're just holding you down. So let's say you push these two down or push these two away, right? Well, what about the other three or
initial
five that are
melee.
right behind them, right? So
So
the other three or
that's the
five,
initial melee is pushing them off.
yeah.
Is what
So
it's
you
saying.
began the
Initial
round by
melee is
pushing these two off, right? So that yeah, they're pushed off, right? And then suddenly they're pushed right back onto you because the guys behind them piled in right onto you, right? So you push them off.
and that,
We talked about
yeah.
this multiple times. The guys that so you push them off, right? The guys behind them are not just say, "Oh, good job, you push them off. Okay, go ahead and stand up and walk away." No, they didn't give you time to breathe. As you push them off of you, they got pushed. They didn't push onto you. Their friends pushed them onto you. So it's just dead weight. It's just their weight
Yeah.
getting slammed onto
So
you as their friends
it was
piled in.
it was
on
I
you.
initial
know,
melee. You
I know,
drove
right?
them off.
So
Then it was
pushing,
ranged move, and then after that it was move to melee, and that's when they pushed
Right. So
the
let's
friends
say
onto
you
you.
had two of them on.
pushing is a movement, right? So why
Pushing's an
can't
action
I
and
move
movement.
with the push? Like, he's pushing me and I back up while resisting, so I
So
can
you were on
move
the ground. You're pushing them,
uh
right? You're getting them off of you,
besides.
right?
Uh,
There's
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I'm
not
getting
trying
pushed,
to,
right?
So you push
they're
them
not trying
off
to
of you
hold you.
because
They're
you're
trying to
prone,
move you.
right? You already got prone because they restrained you. They overwhelmed you to took you to the floor, right? So they can finish you. So you push them off, right?
Yeah.
You're pushing them off of you, and then they just get slammed right back onto you because their friends pushed in, right? And apply the same amount of force. So they just become dead weight. They're not even exerting. They're just putting their own body weight on you because they're forced to, right? Because their friends are pushing them into you. So that's just an extra 60 pounds of them and then all their weight onto you. So at that point, it's no longer it's no longer up to fucking luck.
It's not
It's
even
no
a
longer up
grapple.
to choice. It's just
Yeah.
up to skill at that point. Or not skill, but just
Yeah.
not even probability. It's just logic at that point, right? Just pure logic. They have more weight. They
They're
have
not
more
even
numbers.
trying to grapple you. They're just falling onto you because the team's pushing them onto you, basically.
At that point, it's just numbers, right? It's just fucking weight, right? So if they have weight and numbers, they'll just slam into you, and as long as they just pile in and keep you on the floor, you can't do anything, right? That's what happens if you let the enemy
Yeah,
get too
so
close. So you need.
how does the grappling probability work?
It's based on forced doors. So we based it on forced doors check, and basically how it works is you have a encumbrance limit, right, which is 160 pounds, which is your body weight. And if you pass the forced doors check, which is a 2 in 6 chance, you get to exert double that. That's it, and that's your lift push weight. So basically, doesn't mean that you're. It doesn't
There's
mean that you can
no
walk normally though, right? You're moving at the
there's no
slowest
hit
rate.
chance. Like there's no way that the that kobolds failed the grapple. There's no way of that.
There is, yeah. So if they fail the
Like
grapple,
if they roll a nat one
that's good. If they're rolling that
on
one,
the
it's good.
grapple,
So a 1 on the d6 is really good.
yeah.
So if you fail grapple, right?
No,
Because the grapple is a force source check, which is a d6, right? If you fail a grapple, all that happens, you apply your normal weight. If you succeed a grapple, you do double your weight. Does that make sense? So even if they fail, that's at a default 60. They automatically get 60 pounds
Oh,
on you.
yeah.
Right? That's all that
Because they're
means.
grabbing you. They don't care about. Yeah, if they failed to push you down, they still grabbed you,
They
basically.
still grab you, they still
Grab is
exerting
like
their
auto-
standard weight.
auto-
When you do a force doors or a
Yeah.
grapple check, you're rolling to exert force, to exert more than you normally can, to lift and pull and push and carry more than you can normally carry. Every character carries their encumbrance rate, and their encumbrance rate is equal to their body weight. But when you do a force doors, you're trying to double the amount that you can push, carry, lift, right? And that brief moment, right? You're exerting, you're grappling, right? That's why that gets doubled. So no matter if you fail or not, failure just means you are applying your standard body weight. That's all it means. And if you succeed, you do more than that. So at default, everyone can just throw their weight around, right? You're not gonna not be able to throw your weight around, right? So if you
you
fail,
don't have to make a check to grapple someone. You just auto grapple them, basically. Is
well,
that what
no.
you're saying?
If they're not, I'm talking about weight. You guys are asking about grappling check, but attacking them. In order for someone to grapple you, they have to make contact with you. They either have to grab you or force their weight into you somehow, right? So naturally,
Yeah, so it's not a grapple. That's like a push.
the initial,
sumo push.
you guys see them attacking you, right? When they roll to attack you, all they're doing is trying to make contact with you. Doesn't matter what they're grabbing, as long as they are touching you in some way. That's why you have that. All that is, the unarmored armor class attack or check is to see if they can, if you can dodge it, if you can avoid being grabbed or touched by them. That's why it's unarmored, because it doesn't matter if you have a shield or armor on, because they're literally trying to grab your shield or armor, right? So
you're
they're
in grapple at that point.
right. They're trying to
So
enter grapple with
basically-
you, right? So
So basically, a
yeah.
grapple and a sumo push is the same thing.
push and
like-
pull,
I'm
different
sure,
tactics of
I'm sure
grappling.
grappling is like
Once they
On
once they
Jihad
grapple
Torah.
you, they don't have to do anything. They can fail and they'll still be 60 pounds on you.
Yes, exactly.
You know, each.
They're just throwing your body weight.
And
So
then-
that attack roll is just to make contact. That's it. It's just to touch you.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
if-
basically a sumo push, right?
Yep, push or pull, right? Some of the grapplers want to pull you,
Yeah,
some
so
of them
it's
want to
not-
push you.
It's not a grapple. It's a sumo push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Push and-
you
yep.
could have clarified that, and maybe easily wouldn't have pulled me, because a grapple is it's like
What is it?
assumed to
1d6?
be
1d6?
it's assumed to be like a grapple to, it's not a push, it's just using your weight to make the player go down. It's not a push.
Yeah.
A grapple is not a push.
First you have to roll to hit them, and then after you
No,
hit them,
it's just
then,
that's just
then
what
you're
they call it
attached,
in.
basically.
That's just what the ruling is called, grappling. So grappling is just any close quarters combat that involves just hand to hand, right? That's not weapon combat. So that's wrestling.
Grabbing their shirt
That's
or something.
mixed martial arts, right? That's just fucking hand to hand, like literally fist to bit,
Ah, sick.
weight throwing wrestling, right? It's just under the category of
Hell
grappling.
yeah.
That's all. That's all it means. You can call it anything: wrestling, grappling, mixed martial arts, right? It's just unarmored combat, right? So it's just throwing your weight around, trying to overpower the
Yeah,
enemy
so
with body weight
they roll to grab you,
grappling
and then once they
techniques.
grab you, they're on you. And then once they're on you, other ones can try and grab you. And once you have too much weight, you topple over, and then you're helpless if you're toppled over like that. You have too much weight on you to move.
Naturally, the defense against grapplers is keeping your distance, right? Having longer weapons, backing up as you're swinging them, right? But in tight quarters, grapplers are, got a pretty good
The
advantage,
advantage.
right? It's really good to
So basically it's
grapple
a
in
sumo
tight
push.
spaces.
So
Yeah, sure.
why can't
I apologize.
why can't I join the push by going, like, if it's pushing me east, I just lunge east and I gain a bit of distance. Why can't I do that?
Do what?
If they're pushing me east, they're pushing me to the east and they're in my west. Why can't I just jump to the east and
They were pushing you
maybe
down. They weren't pushing
get
you.
near the other characters?
They were throwing their weight on you to push you to the
Also-
ground, right? They were grabbing and pushing on you to throw you in the ground. You could retreat if there was space to retreat, right? In that case, you would have fallen back and you wouldn't have been grappled, right? You would have automatically succeeded. If you retreated, which you didn't retreat, right, you would have succeeded, right? No one retreated. So a grappler, like you said, right, just leap back, right? Don't let if they're trying to push you, just fucking leap back, right, and retreat. You didn't do that. You were pushing against them at the beginning. Then you let someone pull you off your feet, basically. They didn't
So
actually pull you off your
instead of
feet,
doing
but
a
you gave
grapple
up.
check to resist them, you should have tried to back up. Is what you should have done. That's what it sounds like he's saying.
Yeah, you're recommending why didn't you
Yeah.
just back up? Well, that was up to you, right? But the thing is, it wasn't exactly up to you. It was up to your comrades to let you back up. But there was no space to back up, right? Your guys weren't backing up, so you couldn't back up.
See,
And when you
So you have an option
stopped
when you
pushing
grapple
against them
attack.
earlier, that's when you went prone for the first time, right? Because their objective was to push you to the ground, right? So they were pushing you forward, and your friend was pulling you back, and so you didn't stand your ground at that point. In order to stand your ground, you had to push back, right, with the same amount of force or more, right, to keep them from pushing you off your feet.
Yeah.
So,
Dungeon Master.
what's up?
I think can I give up my choice roll to for accidentally killing him? I got him killed, and I feel bad. I want to apologize for something, but I don't know what to do. That's my choice roll.
That's so sweet. But like,
Yeah. I did a stupid thing that I thought was good, and then
I mean, we may say some comments. Unpredictable what will happen, right? So, you just gotta try to take away the unpredictability sometimes. Alright, sure, you can transfer it if you really want to.
I think if we approach this differently, if people hadn't just rushed in, and we followed a plan that we had an idea of, this could have ended a lot differently. I mean, we wanted to get the rogue in there, and we get a wall up on the east and the west, so that we could then work on securing the east and the west.
yeah.
But everyone piled in.
yeah,
and didn't let us do that.
the moment the rogues retreated, that's when I thought the plan would fail unless I stepped in.
We needed the walls in because we can easily block both those shooting points and then get to work on securing them or clearing them after that. But it didn't work out that way.
But the rogue retreated.
So
Also, DM, part of my interrupting was not understanding a lot of this. Like, I didn't understand why they were going in before I got to act and things like that. That's why I was trying to say, hey, I don't want to interrupt. I don't understand why. Don't forget about me, you know? So. All I know is that
I understand
there's some
you're
kind of melee
confused,
and then ranged.
but you should maybe wait till your turn to ask questions as well, not interrupt. Because no one else was asking questions or interrupting, right? And it would have been way more smooth if you didn't do that, right?
No, you have did interrupt during Rylo's turn.
Yeah, and he paid the
Rylak's
consequence.
turn.
He paid the consequence for it. I told him that he lost his turn, right? He spent it thinking when he decided to do it. You both paid the consequences for it, right? I understand you don't understand.
I will.
I'll tell you what you need to know, right? I'm not gonna explain every situation because we're only gonna go over the things that actually matter, right? You're asking me a question that's irrelevant or to your character, for example, right? A lot of the stuff that happened in there wasn't affecting your character, yet you were asking questions, right?
Well, some of it also did matter. Like when you didn't roll for those three guys that were trying to grapple onto her, just they were gonna auto hit, and you started making them drag her to the west. That's why I was like, hey, wait a minute, don't they have to roll to hit, to grapple? And that's all. But
yeah, but
I lost my turn for that.
Yeah, and
it's also rulings over rules,
out.
right? If something's likely to happen, I'm not gonna make you roll, right? I have done that multiple times for your crew, right? If you're automatically gonna kill someone, I just let you kill them, right? I'm not gonna make you roll damage just because roll damage, right? It's a waste of time. Why would we do that, right? If they're already gonna overwhelm with body weight, it doesn't even matter at that point. Why would we spend the time rolling and figuring out the math behind it? We're just gonna go rulings over rules, right? It's OD&D.
I want them to try and live is all, So if someone's life is on the line, I feel like it's important enough.
Yeah, of course. But at that point, if it's hopeless, then why would we even try, right? So, it's just a waste of time. Like just now, it was a waste of time, right? We got nothing out of it.
So I'll just
3 kills.
Myself, and I won't ask questions because I don't want to.
In combat, no, it's not recommended. Out of combat, yes, you're encouraged to ask so many questions out of combat. Middle of combat, you're gonna pay the consequences, right? Because do you hear the kobolds ever asking questions on their turn? Are they asking, hey, should we do this? Hey, should we do that? They never do. They already have an objective. Kill. That's it. Push, kill, that's it. What do we do on our turn? Oh, should we push? Should we kill? Should we back up? Bruh.
So
be decisive. If you're here to kill them, then go and kill them, right? That's it. Grab a weapon, push forward, kill. That's all you got to think about. Right?
So to make sure I understand this, he said it's initial melee. Everyone in melee, they swing and do their stuff. Move and shoot. That would be shooters can move and shoot if they choose to.
If you want to look at it, it's in the house rules. It's the combat sequence.
Oh,
it's literally typed in there. Okay. So I'll post it in the plan of discussion for you. But once melee is already engaged, melee begins, right? So.
Yeah, so in the beginning of the game, I asked you to bank all the coppers from all my retainers to the one by YVLON. How have you done that?
Yeah, it looks like it was done.
Just
YVLON banked his copper. RYOKA. You talk about the ones that you brought
Right.
with you? Yeah, the ones that you
Yeah,
brought with you
and
definitely
also
did.
yeah.
But if you didn't bring a character with you, we're
Yeah.
not tracking on that stuff. We only track on the characters we need for the game. So if you have other characters, we don't track their shit.
Yeah, but why are they like banked separately? Why?
Well,
Are we still
I know
arguing
they're
over what happened?
no. I'm gonna head out. Right.
They have to be banked separately. They're separate characters.
Yeah.
RYOKA is not YVLON's slave. Right? They're different characters. So if they bank their money, it's their money. Like, that's his money. RELC's money is his money. 37. It's not YVLON's money. YVLON can tell him how to spend it, recommend him, but he can refuse, right? You only get control of one
yeah,
PC
but
per
so,
game.
Like,
And then when you're not playing as a certain character, they
so
become
like
an
I can
NPC.
play as RELC and then give his money to YVLON, right? I can do that.
You could if you really want to, but then all those other characters have lower morale because they
But
literally, gaining nothing out of their expeditions but potential death, right? The goal is to, strive to live the tale, but also get money and fame for each character so that they can retire eventually and live to tell the tale. If RELC is joining expeditions and noticing that as an NPC he's earning no money out of this and sending all his money to one particular character, he's gonna quit. He's gonna retire. And he's gonna hate his life, and you're probably not gonna get a higher retainers anymore, right? If your retainers are mistreated, not getting paid well, no one's gonna want to work for you. Right? You're gonna lose reputation.
So,
Alright.
so when it says fighting advance and push, both of them say that they move into grapple, I guess? Does that mean that if you do a fighting advance, you're trying to grapple, and same with push?
Yeah, that's when you're already in a melee. Those are movements that you can make in melee, like when you're just using weapons.
Okay.
But usually that doesn't even matter because everyone just ends up grappling anyway, right? So there's no reason to do it.
I'm gonna try and read all these rules because I haven't actually been reading like every rule here, but it seems important. And
You don't
there's
really
some
need to
kind of
know the
things
rules.
that's-
You just need to know the logic. It's just common sense. The rules just clarify common sense. That's it. It's common sense that five kobolds are just gonna fucking pile in on one dude and not wait their turn to just get killed and splashed apart, right? If there's one dude,
Yeah.
they're just gonna pile in on you and fucking kill you. That's it. It's logic, right? They're not gonna say, "Oh, you two go ahead, try your best to grapple him. We're just gonna wait our turn and like let you guys die and then try our chance at grappling." They're just gonna fucking pile in on you.
Could I
That's it.
have full retreat?
And they're also the
When the-
defenders. Why
when
would
the
they
wall
give you
fell.
guys? You guys keep asking them to like give you a chance to survive this. They're not letting you. They don't want to lose kobolds, right? They're trying to win, and with their victory today, they will grow in numbers, right, and continue to get stronger. All right, as we continue to try to learn.
So how
and get
about
better.
the XP?
XP?
How
We only
about-
got 3
yeah,
kills today,
the
so
XP.
we got 1 XP. Who should get
So
it?
1 XP.
Can we give it
Yeah,
to
since-
Yev since they died, I think?
The 3rd level cleric. You have 1.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Very well. All right. Take care, gentlemen.
Thank you.